Io is in my chat. Buddha, he says hi.
Oh, hold on, I'm on my way.
I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then.
Nope. Not fantasy sports. We need to go to Twitch. Cryo, don't go anywhere. I'm coming.
Thank you for the resub, Buddha. I got you on the Magic Pack Elite. Nobody's redeemed Pokemon packs yet, so
I
you could
did.
redeem that. But
I just redeemed one.
oh, did you?
I redeemed the Pokemon Magic. Yeah.
All right. Well, do this real quick.
That. Him. There we go.
Banger.
Buddha, I
You're
think you're gonna
welcome.
get this up to Cryo. I'm gonna do that.
I don't like that video of Pikachu. I feel like he's molesting his face.
Well, I'm sorry. Lightning Energy. Rotom. Chansey. I'm doing this on purpose so M can judge my Pokemon pronunciations in real time.
M's not here.
I'm listening to him pronounce them.
Rare
Oh, you said you went to the bathroom.
Fido.
We didn't hear you say you were back. That's why.
It's a Titan. Team Star Grunt. Zangoose. Magikarp. Toadscruel. And Coriatin is our rare.
No, what are those last two?
Toadscruel? That's how I've always pronounced it.
Okay.
And
I know what you're talking
Coriatin.
about. Coridon, for sure. It's Coridon. And the other one is Miraidon. And you know why they're this? This is a dumb Pokemon thing. Because I'm Miraidon this Pokemon. I'm not even lying.
Are you fucking serious? Is that why?
That's
Coridon and
that actually-
Miraidon, because you can
tracks,
ride
because
on
the
this
other
Pokemon.
one is Cyclizar, right?
Yes.
There's also Cyclizar.
Yes. Miraidon and Coridon, because you can ride on these Pokemon. 100%. They are like
Ride on
making
these
a play
nuts?
on. Yeah, exactly.
I don't like it. I think it's pronounced Coriatin, and I'm sticking with it. I hate it.
So no, I
hate
had
that
a
reasoning.
very I
Fighting
was
energy.
very
Sandy Gast.
like sure in life that Pokemon was created by
Tarantula.
somebody taking too much meth,
Sharknet.
and
Murkrow.
that makes me want to think that it's that even more
Jet
now.
Energy.
And they just ran out of good meth.
Fighting Owlate. Fighting with Milk. Interesting. Name for a card. Mabostiff. Delibird. Gothita. I almost said Gothica because I was thinking about WoW on Thursday. Abomasnow is our rare. Magic pack. And then I'm good.
Listening to a person pronounce Pokemon names that doesn't know how to pronounce Pokemon names is arguably a pretty horrible form of torture.
I know how to pronounce most of them.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I know how to pronounce most of them.
I know that you attempt to pronounce them and then you get them right. I don't know if that is know how to pronounce them.
Ellen the Fame-Blooded is our heart.
I know that you give it a shot and you're close
We know
most of
you
the time.
Okay, no.
Slayer.
I have a great idea for like
Alan
a
Sullivan.
random stream.
Minecart
Okay.
Daredevil.
You get a brand new pack. Like you have to wait till like a
Vernon
brand new pack
Outrider.
comes out, right?
Mhm.
Horseman.
And then
Military Sanctuary.
you have to ask somebody that doesn't know a lot about Pokemon to explain what they
Energo.
think the Pokemon will look like,
Tenacious Tome Seeker.
and then you finally like show them what it is.
Storm.
Yes,
Hell
100%. That's a fantastic. There's a lot of like little fun
Grasp of Fate.
clips of people that like
And
do
Apprentice's Folly is our
like trying to like, what do you think the Pokemon Charmander looks like for someone that has never seen a Pokemon in their life? I love that shit. That
There's a
shit's so
guy
funny.
that asks his wife to tell him what sports teams are based on the logos.
Oh my god, Ryacent
I've
just
seen
jumped in the
that.
chat too. Ryacent. Oh my god, dude.
I just screamed that at the top of my lungs. Okay,
And
hold
then
on.
it
Cryo
clipped, and
asked
so I
us
didn't hear it at
to-
all.
Cryo asked us to tell him about our party, like our group.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna do a catch up. Well, you guys can do the catch up of the whole group business. I'll do the catch up of what happened last episode because this is gonna be a tough one for us to get through.
First of all, though, would you please like to plug your D&D podcast group and have all these wonderful people in Toxic's chat come over and check out your D&D
Oh yeah, I
podcast
mean
group?
to start us off for sure. I am the DM of or was the DM of a D&D podcast, an AP podcast called Dungeons, Drive-ins, and Dice. Me and a number of people started this podcast. Now I'm a player. We are currently playing Dungeons and Dragons. The goal is like every season we play a different tabletop role-playing game. The first available season is Monster of the Week, and now season 2 that is available is Dungeons and Dragons, but we've been going a little bit longer. If you dig hard enough, there's more episodes out there. Yeah, it's heavily edited. There's like really, I don't know, it's really cinematic. I think that as far as like a listener's point of view, Buddha, you'd be a better point of view than I would because I'm the editor, so it's like hard for me to give that. But it's fun. We have a lot of jokes. We try to teach about D&D as well. And yeah, you can find us on Spotify, Dungeons, Drive-ins, and Dice. Kind of a play on the fucking Guy Fieri thing.
So, just talking about that
Dice.
as well, I follow M's podcast on Audible, and I listen to it whenever they drop episodes. It is fantastic. It is great if you're brand new to D&D or a seasoned veteran. They have a lot of table talk that explain things. They have some veteran players and newer players. It's fun, and they have perhaps my favorite D&D character of all time named Sparkalonius in their campaign.
Yep. So I guess to introduce our party.
But as far as our party
Um,
goes,
Yeah. So I am a sorcerer, but you may call me Tim. Tim is a hill dwarf, draconic sorcerer. We are playing a campaign where magic is not super prevalent, so all of Tim's spells are literally all of his spells are disguised as cheap parlor magic tricks.
as a DM's
Um,
note, I will say that we began in an area that was not
We-
heavily
we
magical
did.
prevalent. We
are
immediately
now-
left that area, so now
Yeah.
like being a wizard is totally chill, but he doesn't care
it
and
anyway.
still does it parlor tricks like flash of cards and like doves and shit, scarves.
And then I guess I could turn it over to whoever wants to go next. We have 2 other players.
Yeah, you guys
Um,
introduce yourself and then I'll introduce the campaign to all new listeners.
So I am Korik. I am a wood elf druid, and I started off being a pretty much a straight up regular wood elf druid, and then through my own curiosity and stupidity of dealing with poison, I have been kind of
Tainted.
permanently wild shaped, almost tainted. Yes, by a little one-off class ability that M has kind of come up with. It's called Poisonous Thorncraft. So the magic of the Blightwood. It's our own kind of crafted circle that we came up with, and so yeah, I can use poison and like thorn growth and things like that pretty regularly.
The the Circle of the Blightwood has begun, in fact, an entire supplement. So that is part of it. I've created a race as a part of that class. And then there's like a number of other things that'll accompany it as that comes out, but that's really fucking exciting. I love it. That class has like actually worked out really well. Yi?
It's fun to play.
And I am Yi. I am a Aircocker rogue that used to be able to fly, but I went around again like like uh like Harv Druid here and did a dumb thing and touched a curse object, and now I have a giant tentacle on my arm, and I am now part warlock. That again is a custom made class with them. It's called the Inconceivable. It's still getting buffed out, and I can talk to the god of the arm and kind of give up parts of my body if wanting to.
Yeah, I
And
imagine your
kinda
sort of like power switch up is, I don't know if anyone has seen like Black Clover, but there's like a good portion of
Black
that
Clover's
where
awesome.
Asta is like he has to like consciously give up more of himself when he needs to overcome a thing for this like demon. I'm really excited to see the movie. I've not seen the like follow up
Oh, I
to
haven't
everything
either.
that came out, but like holy shit. incredible stuff. But that's like kind of the idea, is that like when you need it, if
Right.
things aren't going your way, you can give up a little bit more, and then we'll do a fun anime sort of big bit.
Right.
Yeah, these three, they started off small town. We did some small town business that led to an artifact that they found, and there was a larger organization looking for this artifact and trying to destroy this artifact that they have joined up with. These artifacts, called the Grand Relics, are pretty bad. They are each capable of causing, like, equivalent of a new world order in various ways. Like, they can reset basically countries and populations with their abilities and powers. And so the goal is to get these relics and destroy them using the Bureau of Balance and their just like the tools they have at hand to destroy these things. So far, these three characters are the only three that have survived touching a Grand Relic and not causing some form of like huge disastrous event. So they are tasked with going out and finding them when the information arises and dealing with them. We've dealt with a number of Grand Relics. We dealt with the very first one that we dealt with was the Phoenix Fire Gauntlet that started us on this path. Then we dealt with, oh boy, the order of these things was a monocle.
Oh,
Next,
hold on. Yeah.
yeah, the monocle. Then
The
it was the
stash.
thing that Tim did.
The
Got
sash.
taken over by. Yep.
Yeah.
So we
Then
did
we did our.
the
then
monocle,
we did a
the
fun
sash,
Halloween.
the Halloween
Then we did a
side
fun
bit,
Halloween.
yeah.
Where
With-
now Yi has that cursed object part of him.
Yeah, that was supposed to
And
be a
then-
throwaway episode that turned into an important thing that happened.
And then I think the most recent that we're not going after now was the stone.
We're going after the temporal chalice now.
Yes.
Yes. The one right before this, though. Holy
Yeah,
shit,
the
that was a
stone.
big
It
arc.
was
Yeah,
the
the
stone.
Philosopher's Stone. So we've gotten 4 of them. This is the 5th of what we've been told is 7 Grand Relics. And we are currently attempting to get the 5th Grand Relic, called the Temporal Chalice. We have come to a place in the desert called Refuge. Refuge is contained within sort of a time bubble. Every hour from 11 to noon, they repeat on repeat and have for as long as we are aware, for about a year as far as any of the characters are aware of. 11 to noon. 11 is when it starts. Things happen at 11:15. You guys, I mean, nothing particularly important happens at 11:15. 11:30, there's a little bit of a tremor, a little bit of an earthquake that kind of triggers events. 11:45, an explosion from the bank as a bank robbery is attempted, and then noon, when the purple worm underneath of this bubble is able to break through the bubble and consume the town, at which point the bubble resets the town back to the beginning of this hour. You guys have gone through 5 loops in which you have discovered this purple worm, basically the final room, though no way to get into it in the mine. You know a lot of like details about the towns, which as they come up, I think we'll rehash those. But specifically last episode, we started in the middle of a fight. We were trying to challenge Roswell. Like, I'll do a little flex on Roswell. And for most of that, I think that Tim was chilling in the Sears yard eating a scone, doing some scone role play.
I did an entire session of scone role play.
About 2 hours of scone role play.
Korik joined me too. It was quite nice.
It was a quite delicious scone.
Yi died in that fight, and then Korik joined him for a scone in which they just like basically watched the town crumble. And then as the town reset, Yi comes back alive. They gave Yi a scone. These scones were to give them a long rest at the beginning of loops now. Mechanically, every time the loop resets, you guys are fully rested. That way we don't have to worry about like what we're missing and what
Sidebar,
spells
I'm
and
serving
shit.
scones on Easter on Sunday to my members at work because of
Did
this.
we end on a long rest? I thought we ended on a long rest, right?
We did. We
We
ended at the
Yes.
beginning of like
We
in
ended
mid.
at the beginning, and I casted invisibility right at the beginning. That is the last
Yeah.
of my notes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was the thought. Basically, so we did this, you guys reset, and then you guys went to the temple. You did some exploration. You found out that this is a temple of Istis, a goddess devoted to the natural flow of time, like the proper
Yep.
time, just time in general. And you found a
Yep.
picture of names Redmond and his little brother, whose name I sent to the chat.
I hold on. I don't have it in my notes. Some of my notes
Redmond.
got deleted because Google hated me.
Yeah. I feel like my brain wants me to have the right answer before I move on. Sorry.
That's fine.
Is it in the big
who-
old recap?
Yeah, it is in the big Redmond and Luca.
Luca.
Redmond and Luca were
Okay.
brothers. Something happened between the two of them, causing sort of a schism in which Redmond went and opened the farm. You guys went out to the farm. A lot of this information is stuff that Tim and Korik learned from Paloma, the seer. You guys went out to the farm. I don't know what happened. I missed a lot of this.
I fireballed the farm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
I don't know
walk
what
right up to it,
started
and
the
Tim
fight.
just goes, Yi was trying to go around back because we saw the guys
Yeah.
outside, and then they went inside the house.
Yeah.
And then Yi was trying to sneak around back, so he didn't watch it, but Tim and I just walk up because Yi took off before us, I think.
Yeah.
And then Tim
Yeah.
just goes, fucking fireball.
Yeah, Tim just fireballs the whole house.
It was pretty brutal. You guys, I know that there was a sleep spell cast because a number of them fell asleep. That was mentioned by
I did my
Tim
sleep
at
arrows.
Sleep Arrows.
Yeah.
Cool. You knocked out a few of them, and then you
Sure.
proceeded to Burning Hands. Well, Tim proceeded to Burning Hands and Fireball this group of people. You guys killed all of them, except for like the people you put to sleep, in
Three.
which you tied up and questioned. I'm 90% sure they then told you that their whole bit is that their goal was to break into the vault because Redmond has assured their group there is something in that vault that can help them escape the bubble. This is the first group that you've met that wants to escape the bubble. And then you guys said, well, okay, we learned. Let's reset.
Hey,
So,
listen,
like,
I fireballed on a theory. Okay, I got
Me
my
too pissed
theory.
about
My
that.
theory was only 50% wrong. I
So
was
with
trying to
that-
establish if those are the people that broke into the bank, not
with-
knowing
that-
that they were the people that broke into the bank.
They
That's
were
true.
wearing the exact same clothes as the people who broke into the bank.
Also true. They with that, you guys then like we went in between loops, right? And you guys had a little chat about what we were doing next, which most of that plan was centered around getting into the vault. You guys
we
said
want
you
to create
might
a distraction at the mines with an explosion trying to take Roswell away from the city. We want to use this distraction to get into the bank vault. But also when we talked to the old lady, when we had died before the reset, she was looking like she aged a lot more, and we only have maybe like a couple of loops left.
Yep, like I would say maybe at the beginning of this episode we do see that as you guys fall into the pit, you know, teeth whirring from the purple worm beneath you and then pure whiteness around you, you do see her. She looks withered. She can barely like lift an arm. It's kind of shaky as she does. The skin you can see like kind of falls away, not like off of her, but it like it's very thin and frail on her bones. And she says, "You must be faster." And then you reset and wake up in front of Roswell. We can pause and like come up with a plan and then execute. I don't, you know, you guys don't have
I
to do that in front
know
of Roswell. But I
Buddha, as soon as we were gonna
think you're
touch
muted,
the
Toxic.
ground, was
Yeah, I was putting my notes. I'm
casting
sorry. I thought we
invisibility.
cast invisibility right away.
Yeah.
If that's
Um,
where we want to start, I want to like pause in the narrative
that's
flow
fair.
and say like let's come up with that plan again together because
Yeah.
it's been like over a month.
No, that's
Did
fair.
I? Oh, I'm sorry, Buddha.
No, it's okay.
Oh, well.
So, all right. So when we go down, like we're going to the mine, Toxic, or if you want to show the map so chat can see what we're looking at, or
Oh, dude, I don't know that I have the
of the
map
city.
handy.
It's
Hold
in the-
on.
It's in Discord.
It's
Oh, dude,
it's pinned on Discord, so I pinned it
Yeah.
for that
Oh.
reason.
yeah, but we're in like a regular call, so my little bar is like taking up the whole top of.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Shit.
We're not in a
You
room.
hit
We're in
pin
a call.
messages, and then you can hit at the top right. There's a pin messages.
Dude, I can't see pin mess. You're not look at my stream. Look at what my look
Yeah,
at
in the
He's
top
talking-
right. No, go to the top right, right above M's head, like Elite's head. There's a little
Oh,
pin.
there we go.
You click that, and
Yeah.
it'll show pin messages, and then it'll bring up the.
There, this is the town.
There you go.
Let me fix the question really quick. Hold on.
So
good.
my thoughts are, since I can cantrip fire, Yi,
All right.
we're invisible. I say I run as quick as I can over to the quarry because at the bottom of the ramp are those extra
Those lockers.
barrels,
Mhm.
like the explosion barrels that we almost tripped
Yep.
over last time. So I can create like a fuse and
Mhm.
do that. I can do a little cantrip, like the bush is on fire, kapoof.
You want to start
Um,
forest fire?
What are we gonna do?
No, it's not the
with-
forest fire because it's the it's not a big wooded area as we go towards.
Yeah,
the
before we
cave by
start
12.
like taking action, why
For
don't we
quarry.
talk about as a group like what we do
That's
want
what we're
to
doing.
do? Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, that's
I
what we
think
do.
I think personally we are running out of time. We are running out of time to get this right.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more loops we have left, but I know it's not that many. It's not. So I think we really need to start figuring out how we are going to get number one, how we're going to get in the vault, and or number two, we need to figure out, if we're not going to figure out how we get into the vault, we at least need to figure out how the hell we're going to get under in the mine. Those might be two different things. I don't know. But we need to spend as much time as
Okay.
we can focusing on how to get
So
to those.
Your
don't-
two
current,
ends.
I will say, like narratively, your current focus has been pushed towards fixing the temple, which you don't like. Paloma has said what you need is at the temple, right?
Yes.
Temple's Luca and Redmond. Redmond
most-
is trying to
If
break
I
into
remember
the thing.
if I remember last loop, you said that the temple looked worse than when we first saw it, right?
Yes,
You
like
said it
yeah.
looked a lot older.
It looks older, yeah, for
Sorry.
sure.
Yeah.
So one of my thoughts though was we got to distract Roswell. So that's why I said
Yeah.
I can do like go over to the quarry
Yep.
and set an explosion so he has to go check that out.
Right.
The we know that the bank robbery doesn't happen right away.
Yep.
No, it's
So we
around-
might be able to run. Like two of you guys could run to. I know Toxicate's splitting up the party. But I can also use Long Strider on myself to catch back up.
After Scone RP,
Right.
he might actually enjoy splitting the party.
I mean, I could do another whole session of that. That was the life. That was a good day. That was a really good day for Tim.
Yeah.
In a game where we
Uh,
don't track
so-
experience, that was very fucking solid. You didn't need to do anything, and you're still
Yeah.
on par with level as everyone else.
Okay, so we're
Guys,
just
Elite and
gonna
I
blow up
fucking
the
died.
mine. Yeah, we were pretty much dead.
You
Okay,
were coming back.
so time-wise, is there anything... Okay, so we pop invisibility right as the loop starts. You switch, you move past Roswell because we're prepared.
Yeah.
Roswell has no fucking clue that's happening. You know the bank robbery is going to happen at 11:45.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to do in that first 45 minutes besides prepare the explosives?
I would like to prepare the explosives to go off. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Like 5 minutes before the bank robbery.
5 minutes, you think?
10 minutes?
I don't know that
I
you
give
have a
10.
way to. I don't know that you have a way
Of guaranteeing the timing on it.
to time that. So you might have to be here to set that bomb off and then run. You know what I
Nope,
mean?
I got it.
Okay.
I'm not going to go. Tim, can you come with me and use your portal wand and put a portal right next to the explosive barrels, and then we can, whenever we know we need to set the explosion off for the thing, you can open up your other portal, launch a little. I can do my little small thing. You can do a firebolt. We can do a fire arrow, something.
Where do you want the other portal?
So the first one's going to be next to the barrel. The second one we don't open until we know we need it.
Why don't we
Wanna
just
prep
put
a
it in,
portal
why don't we
pretty
just put
much.
it in front of the bank vault somehow? Or behind the bank vault?
But what if we're over in the What if
I
we're at
mean,
the
if
temple?
you use I'm just like chatting along with you. If you use the explosion that you're using as a distraction from the mine to also damage the bank vault, then the explosion is in two places, and I don't know that it does the distraction that you're looking for, right? Because like the whole point of the explosion
That's
is
not
to
what I was going
distract
for. I
Rosalind.
was going
I know, but
for
like toxic.
I
Toxic was
I
like,
was going for breaking into the vault
mhm.
as a way, using the not necessarily using the barrels for distraction, using it to physically break into the vault.
I think our best chance is using Redmond to get into the vault.
but
Because
we're
when
not
Elite and I were
entirely.
in there, it
We're
was
not. Do they succeed?
we
do
don't
they-
We
know.
don't know. We just say the explosion. And by
But
the
that
way,
vault
Buddha
is
and
pretty freaking crazy.
I would say that the way Buddha and I went against it, it's a 50-50 toss-up. Because Buddha and I barely survived to even...
Yeah.
What? Okay, my other question is, which one of us has the highest charisma? Because
Not me.
so hear me out here. What we're gonna essentially have to do is we're going to have to set the distraction up, and then we're gonna have to go to the farm, and we're gonna have to convince Redmond that we're there to help him. Which like I can't think of another way to do it other than convincing him that we also want to destroy the barrier. So one of us is going to have to not only set the trap, but we're then going to have to get to convince him. We're gonna have to get over to where he is to convince him before they leave for the robbery, right? So we're gonna have to be very quick.
If that
Talking out
is
loud,
something that
again.
we're in, no, I know. If that is an interested plan, I would suggest that I know that you may not want to, but split the party in that someone takes care of dealing with charges, someone takes care of Redmond, and we meet back at the bank vault at a time planned, right? Not to like, I'm not like trying to like weave madness.
No.
I'm just trying to like, I
No,
think we
no.
can take care of narratively multiple things at once.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with splitting the party where it's practical, right? Like we need to be 4 places at once, and there's only
Could Tim
3 of
give me
us.
the portal wand?
No, because it's attuned to me.
Okay.
That's true. You guys can't switch attunements
Yeah,
for any items while you guys are in this adventure.
So I either have to set the portal up and then leave, which there's just going to be a fucking 2 portals just kind of chilling there for the whole loop, which is not less far from ideal personally, but I have to set it up so that it looks like there's a portal there, or somehow hide it so that they can't see it. And then I'm gonna have to get from the portal over to the farm because I think I have the highest charisma.
How
out
big
of
were the
all of us.
explosive barrels, and would they fit into the shared bag that Elite and I have, that Yi and I have?
The
Yeah,
only thing,
we
the
have
only,
that fanny pack.
yeah, I mean, in order
Okay.
to get something in the fanny pack, it has to fit in the normal mouth of a like the depth is infinite, but the mouth is only as wide as a fanny pack's. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's pretty much a bag of holding, but a small slot to fit.
Exactly. You couldn't fit a halberd in there, but you could slide a dagger, a sword, a javelin. You could easily slide that in there. A fucking pool noodle doesn't matter.
So like, if the barrels were filled with gunpowder, I could just dump them into the bag, and then we could light the yeah.
I mean, you could fit the gunpowder in the bag for sure. The barrels are just too big to fit in a fanny pack. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the problem is it's going to be a lot harder to create an explosion if we only have the gunpowder, because then it's just going to set on fire. And I mean, but practically the only way we could time it, and we wouldn't know how long the time is because none of us is an explosives expert, would be to empty some of the gunpowder out of one of the barrels, and then we could almost use the gunpowder like a fuse. But that also is a tricky
I think honestly that you
situation.
guys have worked around the bush enough with the idea of a portal wand, and I was thinking about it when you were talking that like honestly I don't think we need 2 separate scenes because you guys have the portal wand. You thought of the item and the material. You're good. You know how to use the portal wand. It's not your first time doing this, so you could set the first portal all together invisible and then go to Redmond's farm, and I could say you probably be there by 11:20 because you know your way around this town. You're invisible. You have a plan, right?
And if you were worried about time, I can cast Longstrider on
Why don't we say you do that, and that for sure gets you there by 11:20. You get if you wanted to take this course of action, I think the least important part is setting the charge that you know where the explosives are and you know how to So you set the charge, you set the portal, you go to Redmond's farm with Longstrider with the portal, blah blah blah, and it's 11:20. Portal set. All you got to do is open the portal from your side and fire fire into it to activate this explosive at like say 11:40, right before the bank robbery wants to happen. But you're prepared on that end, and now you're heading towards the farm.
Cool. All right, that got it.
And as you guys come down the path, we'll say you're close enough that you can hear their drills. They're running drills outside. You can hear them like sparring. You can hear the metal clanging off of each other as they're.
We did decide that Tim, I believe you are the highest charisma.
Yes.
What is your persuasion, Tim?
Oh, my persuasion is +7.
Yeah.
I have proficiency in persuasion. So
No, I was just wondering.
I should be okay. I should be okay. Hopefully.
Right. I just want.
So, they don't. Well, we didn't introduce ourselves to them last time. So how far in the distance are they sparring?
They want
Like so, you guys are coming down a forest path. Like you know that 20 feet in front of you, the forest opens up and the farm begins. Right now, you can't quite see them because there's the forest kind of in front of you, but you know they're up there and you can hear them sparring. So, like 30 feet up in front of you, but you're on a forest path.
Okay. All right. So, I think the way that Tim would handle this is he would just kind of go up and be friendly to them. He would go up and kind of say, "Good morrow, friends. How are you doing on this fine? I don't know what day of the week it is in our campaign, but
how
are you all doing on these fine
the
days?"
portly man standing on whom you know is to be Redmond, standing on the porch. He's watching over these drills. There's 8 purple kerchiefed folk out in the yard of this 2-story sort of wide farmhouse that is bisected by the bubble. Like this is the very edge of the bubble, right? Most of the farm is on, unfortunately, the outside of the bubble. He has like a third of one of his fucking fields on the inside of this bubble in which there's a few apple trees and the 2-story farmhouse. And he comes down. He says, "Continue your drills. Continue your drills." He says, "Oh, how may I help you, fine folk today?"
I just kind of would very politely say, I'm here with some friends of mine, and we are of the adventuring type.
As you say that, they do stop drilling anyway, and a lot of the attention turns this way. And he says, "You're not friends with Roswell," and he's starting to reach towards his hip. You see a dagger.
We are not friends with Roswell.
I haven't seen your face around these parts before, friend. Where do you hail from?
Can I tell him like roughly what area we came from and not tell him who we work for?
I mean, he asked where you hailed from, so it's up to you what you say.
Yeah, sure. I'll say, hey, we come from, this whatever area it was. I don't know if it was Verdansk or I don't know if it was, we come from Verdansk, and we are here to help the town, and we have heard that our interests might be aligned in wanting to get rid of the bubble. We are not friends of Roswell's. We are not friends with Roswell.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Dice are important in Dungeons and Dragons.
I will say that's the one thing that I love about your other campaign, M, is when you edit in the fancy like music for stuff, it really sets the mood.
Natural 20 plus 7 for a 27.
I super
Let's
appreciate
go.
that. If you listen to Children of the Stars, it sounds really good. And then the final episode, there's so much fucking action. And I was listening to the final episode today. I just re-listened to it. There's so much action, and I didn't like narrate that audibly, and so you miss like just like chunk after chunk of like really cool stuff. So I appreciate that. I'm really working on like bringing us into the world sonically. Natural 20 is fucking amazing. Awesome. He says, oh, I've been praying for help from Istis. Please come on in. Continue your drills. He says, Chaplain, watch over them. And there's like a high elf on the porch that he was standing next to who nods and snaps his fingers, and the 8 of them go back to like their drills, and he says, please follow me inside. And Redmond goes up the steps and into the front door.
Okay. I guess we should follow him inside then.
Inside the farmhouse, it's interesting. It's this very like open style farmhouse, but even like half of the living room is bisected by the bubble. Like you're missing half of this house no matter where you go. Parts of the hallway you can't go down. The stairs you have to like creep around the edge of the bubble just to get up to the half of the house that's available up there. But he takes you into the kitchen and he pours you all some I don't know, tea or coffee, probably coffee, and he sits down and he says, don't know how you folks found your way here, but we definitely could use a hand. This bubble has caused quite a lot of trouble for us. The business does not flow when we are one town. I don't know why no one gets this, but as a farmer, I need like the apples have to go out, right? We're not just keeping them in the village, so this makes no sense. We have no trade, we have no growth. We're stuck inside this bubble. I've been praying to Istis for quite some time, and just very happy to see you folks here. What do you know of our situation?
Do you know of what lives beneath the town? How far into this have you gotten?
Oh, I don't know what you mean. We have some mines down there. They're kind of drying up, the diamond mines, but just the bubble's a problem. Stops trade. I need to get trade out.
Have you felt like you've been living the same day over and over again for a long time?
If
I
they know about the
no
bubble, I think that'd be a yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We're the I mean, I guess it all does feel like the same day in here, right? Like, of course, sure, we've been in the bubble for a long time. We don't really see a sunrise or a sunset. It just kind of gets darker or brighter, but I don't know. Groundhog Day, I guess, but
I
Okay.
know about Groundhog Day.
I don't know if they know. I feel like Groundhog Day is like a phenomenon. I don't know if it's like the movie Groundhog Day, but it feels like a
So-
phenomenon to me. It's so
That's
colloquial
exactly
known.
what Groundhog Day
I
is, though.
know.
I
I know.
I want to preface this before I kind of start explaining
It'd be
to
like a
him.
deja vu feeling.
No. Yeah, I want to kind of dig a little deeper because I want to tell him what's going on with the town because I feel like he's our only ally in here, right? Like this guy is like he's the only person who might believe us, right? So I just say like, have you felt the feeling of having deja vu lately, or just anything that maybe would feel out of the ordinary, like time has not progressed?
Look,
Anything.
I mean, sure. Again, we're trapped in this sort of like segment away from everything. We are in our own
It's not
bubble.
It's not
per
a bad
se.
infomercial. So I am going to preface before I tell him everything that we've found out thus far about the worm and what's going on with the town and why we have to get rid of the bubble. I'm going to say I'm going to explain to you a lot. What's going to happen is going to be a lot, but I need you to bear with me because you, I believe, are going to be our only allies in this whole town to get rid of the bubble that is ruining all of your lives. And then I start very slow. I said you're probably not going to believe me, but we need you to trust us. We've been at this for several days, and we've found a little bit more information each time. And this is where we're at. So then I kind of start by explaining like each loop and what we've went through, and like the sandworm, and there's underneath the temple, and the person being held hostage, and nobody else in the town realizes that the bubble is not a good thing, and you seem to be the only one who wants to get rid of it. And we're aligned in wanting to get rid of it, but I don't think we can do it alone. We need to work together to kind of like, please trust us. Like, I'm not trying to make be crazy or insane, but it's gonna
Please.
sound insane.
Please trust me.
Please.
I'll
even pretend to be sick if it helps the RP Eddie, and I'll go, I'm not feeling very well.
Redmond goes silent as you finish up your description of the events, and he goes over to a cabinet and he removes a dark bottle of alcohol. He pours himself a glass, and he pours all of you a glass, and he puts them on the table, and he jams back his glass, and he says, this is a lot deeper, I guess, than I realized. When I broke from the Temple of Istis, I thought that I was doing the right thing, and I continued my prayers to Istis. I followed the path, just not down the path of a cleric. And I think that you folks showing up here proves to me that I'm in the right place. I'm doing the right thing. Istis has sent you to help me. I believe you. I do. This bubble is not something I fully understand myself, but whatever is in that vault, Istis has told me is what we need, is what I need, is what maybe what you need to get out of this situation. And maybe together we can get into that vault.
Yes, we do need to get into the vault. I don't know how, but we have any of your attempts, or did your attempt to break in, or has any attempt to break in succeeded? Have you been able to get into the
no,
vault?
we only get the one. I think that if we attempted to break in and they know that we attempted to break in, that they would just come after us. And being stuck inside this sort of confined bubble, I think that they might be able to find us. But we only get the one shot. But we have compiled what we think, and he pulls out a box from underneath the table and opens it up. And what is inside is actually like a compressed version of many of these like bundles that you saw wrapped around the explosive barrels. It definitely looks like a more explosive confined version of one of those barrels. And he says,
I need to stand for a second.
We have done the work to compress this. We think this should be able to get us into the vault. But I mean, come 10 minutes from now, I guess he doesn't check his watch because they don't have watches, but he looks up and he says, come 10 minutes from now, we're going to be trying no matter what. And about the time he says that, you guys feel the earthquake that lets you know that it is 11:30.
Okay. So, I guess knowing that, where do we go from here?
Well, we can tell him that obviously one of the biggest issues would be Roswell, and that we have a plan to distract Roswell.
Okay.
Already a plan in place. I like to hear it. Roswell is the biggest factor in all this. I think we have enough manpower to overcome the couple gods in there.
Now, I would like to explain to him about the defenses that Yi and I experienced when we were in there. The lady behind the desk with almost like her mech, the two guards, the auto turret, and all that.
He stops you actually right when you start, and he says, "Ooh, the boys are going to hear this." And he rings a bell, and within a minute, like all of the purple kerchief bandits are inside, a little breathing heavily from their drills, and he says they have some information on the bank that you boys might want to hear. We have the 2 guards, and a few of them raise their hand. He says these 3 will be taking care of the 2 guards. Actually, these 4 will be taking care of the 2 guards. These 2 will be setting the charges. Myself and the other 2 will be on backup. Talk to me about the defenses.
Ye chime in here. Without having to explain everything again, just bear with us, gentlemen. We've done a lot of research into the vault as well, and we understand that they have their guards, but then the biggest issue is the dispel
Current that
magic
drops
that's
down
there.
from the top.
So we cannot use any of our magic, our invisibility, or anything to help try to sneak past the guards. That is dispelled as soon as we go in there. There's also the lady behind the desk has her desk will transform, and it actually has automated weaponry on it as well.
All right.
So one of the best points of entries might even be the roof, as Yi just said.
I think if
And we haven't tried the roof yet either.
We have not.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some vents, right? There's probably some ventilation on the roofs.
Oh, I was thinking like get up on the top and blast fireball through the fucking roof.
There's probably also a big
I was
glass
thinking
window,
just
right?
Light the roof on fire.
No doubt.
I was
Or
just
light
thinking,
the roof on fire too.
Fire.
That's great too. Well, actually, he says if you light the roof on fire, that gives us a timer. We have to be in and out real quick then.
Because that will alert Roswell back to us.
I mean, I feel like the moment Roswell shows up to just an explosion site with nothing there, that Roswell knows something else is up. Plus, our whole way into the vault is an explosion, so no matter what, Roswell is coming back. You guys have your folks' plan will give us quite a lot of time without Roswell in this. This takes out a huge chunk of our problem early on, but we have to be quick in and out, otherwise Roswell will make it back, right? So Roswell out of the equation for a while. We dive in. These 4 gentlemen take care of the first 2 guards, and then the rest of the 4 and myself maybe jump on the desk while the 3 of you and my second in command rush the bomb towards the vault.
I think that's good. What do you know of the item that's in the vault?
No, I don't. I don't. I just my prayers and my connections with my God Istis have told me that what I need is in the vault. We are very we lead by our gut, my people, and my gut tells me the vault is what I need to escape this bubble.
What do you know of the vault? Like, what do you know of
I know
the
that
dimensions or the?
I don't know much of its specific details. I do know that it is the most probably secure place in the entire village. If anyone can spend money on security, it would be the bank where the diamonds flow through. I imagine this explosive right down here. He pats the box quietly. Would not be enough to get through whatever steel door they have in place.
Should we tell them the details of when we tried to rob it with? Because we never got close to the vault door, did we? Like,
I mean,
Mark.
no. We had a hard time fighting the everything inside.
The guards, yeah, all the
Yeah.
guards.
Ye also don't forget to summon your owl too when it comes time.
Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. I'm
Yeah.
just waiting for us to get
Yeah.
till we get out of this building and stuff, so we have more space.
Justified revenge murder. Okay. So, I mean, I guess we could try the roof. I don't know how many more shots of this we're gonna get, but we haven't tried the roof, so we could try the roof.
I mean, really, it's just
could.
yeah, like, how do you guys want to assault the bank with this force? Do you guys have any extra?
I don't think going in the front door is the best idea because we definitely tried that, and that
No.
definitely did.
Can I do
How
a history
heavy-
check to try to remember if the vault was up against any of the walls?
I don't think you need that check. The front door is on rectangular building, right? The front door is on the corner of the long side of this rectangular building. The vault is on like if the I'm trying to look for a rectangle on my desk. So rectangular building, if the door is in here, the bank vault is on this side of the building. Right? You come in here. This is like walk around space, and then bank vault is where my fingers are. Door,
Okay.
bank vault.
All right.
Okay.
Redmond, do you have enough charges in there to set 2 big explosives?
I do not. I have one very big explosion that we're going to be using on the vault.
In your knowledge, possibly of the vault, do you think if we did some of our force from the front, the top, do you think it could go through the vault and the sidewall, or is our best chance going through the door?
I do not know. I imagine that what I do know of vaults is that generally the whole thing should be made of steel, right? The only place that opens in the vault should be the door. So I would imagine that's the weakest point. I do not actually know. This is just the plan we have come up with, is if the explosion hits the hinges or the knob or any of this front mechanitry or whatever it is, I feel that might damage it more than just a steel wall. Now, if you guys have information that the back, one of the walls is weaker, maybe that is better. But this is just my thought.
I do not
Sorry,
have any
I
of
was
that
getting super
information.
exhausted, so I'm standing up for a little bit.
No, that's okay.
Sitting down is not the move right now.
No, that's fair. While they're talking, can I go outside to the trees? I want to test something.
Sure.
You will be going to one of the trees and then casting infestation on it, summoning termites.
Okay. To do what? To you summon
I just want to see how long the spell lasts, like how long the termites would last if I were to cast it on, per se, a building. How quick
Oh,
they
I
eat
mean
through wood and stuff.
the spell tells you how long they last, doesn't it? Duration?
No, it does not. Well, just that they appear momentarily on one creature you see within range. So I wasn't
But what's
sure how that would work on
What spell is
inanimate
he
object, I
talking about?
guess. Infestation.
no, this is an instantaneous spell, so they sort of like spawn
Okay.
and then disperse after they do whatever effect they're
Okay.
doing. Unfortunately, the termites are not like around long enough now to eat through like wood or anything like that.
Okay. Damn. Okay. There goes that idea. I was gonna try.
We know that acid damage can eat through wood.
Yeah, and I just have poison. I
Yeah.
don't have acid yet.
I mean, I have
The only
acid
one who has
splash.
acid is Tim.
Yeah, I have a cantrip that kind of does that.
I
guess could
appreciate all your
use-
plans, but we have been through this time and time again. Our big explosion on the front gate is sort of where we're sitting, unless
I have another plan, Redwood. I have
Redmond.
Redmond. Yep.
Wood.
He's a guy, not a tree.
You don't know that. You
I
can identify as a tree.
so I have
I
my
cast acid trip.
God,
Wait,
I
Kyle.
have
that wouldn't
my
work.
no, I have my my sleep bomb quiver. Uh uh just a world question. When we reset my quiver that takes physical arrows, do those come back too?
Yeah,
we
I
reset?
mean, yeah, you come back the way that you spawned in.
All right.
So like everything, yeah.
So Redmond, I have these special arrows that can put things to sleep. What is the area? It says creatures within area.
Oh, it should be just cast the sleep spell on the target. So like sleep spell centered on the target.
To be their
Yeah.
health, though.
Yeah, and then it says 5d8, and if it hits their HP total, they go to sleep. Um,
Yes.
so like what is the basically is if I from outside the door, if I'm in the street, somebody opens the door, I shoot the arrow in and like try to aim at the desk. Uh, is it like a 5-foot radius or is it just on like who I hit?
It is within
This was a-
20 feet of the point of contact of arrow.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because I thought
And
you
then-
put multiple enemies to sleep in the last loop.
Yeah, I forgot to just write it down. And then how long does the spell dissipate?
Okay, so that's the funny thing is that like so if they're not in it when you cast it, they're not going to be affected. It doesn't like
Awesome, cool.
persist
So we
as
could
an
shoot it
air.
in there. I could technically possibly put 2 or 3 of them to sleep, and then we run in, and it won't affect us.
Correct. And the people that are asleep until they are either shaken awake by an action or they take damage.
Yes.
We just dealt with this in the campaign. We put some people to sleep, and then our plan was to drown them because in Dungeons and Dragons, you do not take damage from drowning or suffocation. So we were gonna put them to sleep, and then we're just gonna put them in the water because they would just die without waking up. And the DM was like, "We'll cross that bridge when we get there," and we decided not to just drown a bunch of people, and that's okay. That's a good thing.
Eric would have done that.
The large rogues at the front of the
Yeah,
town.
so I
would
think that's a good plan. Somebody opens up the door, I shoot 2 of my arrows in. Too bad they weren't crossbow ones. DM, can I do something to convert them to be a crossbow bolt from an arrow?
No, they're definitely arrows. But I'll say that you get more off of an arrow because the crossbow has like a loading property.
Not my crossbow. I can shoot 3 bolts in succession. It's my special item.
Oh, yeah. No, unfortunately, not. Those two are separate items.
All right, cool. I'd be mad if I didn't ask, so it's okay.
Yeah,
No,
no
that's
Robin,
fair.
no Robin Hood Men in Tights mechanic either, where you can do the 3 arrows on like a piece of.
You're not the DM. Can I do the Robin Hood Men in
Together.
Tights scenario where I can launch 3 arrows together?
Sorry, you
Like-
cannot do that.
But I'm proficient in longbows.
I don't think that matters.
Pick a number in a D100. How about if I land and I can
There
do
might
2?
be a feat for that in the future, but I don't think that you have.
but what
I don't
happens
think
if
that
he
you've
wears the
trained
green tights
yourself
and a hat?
like acrobatically with arrows yet to do cool shit like that. It's fun to imagine what I could do if I trained myself, but I don't think that Korik has trained himself to
Okay.
do that.
Absolutely not. No. All right.
Are you sure? Even if he wears the green tights,
Yes.
Is that a thorn on
Yeah,
my
I'm sure.
thigh,
for
or
sure.
am I just happy to see you?
Yeah, so someone tell me
think
the
we should
like
get
laid out
started.
plan just so that I know how to like narrate our
All right. So
introduction.
I would like
into
to
that.
shoot as quickly as possible at least one sleep bomb arrow through the front door. or if there is a front window, so we don't have to have somebody even open the door. After the explosion, Toxic sets another portal, and we set an explosion off at the barrels to get Roswell to go towards the mine. And
Okay.
then once Redmond has 4 guards that we're going, 4 of his guys, we're going to take care of the guards. So if
I'm gonna walk around while you're explaining.
oh yeah, you're fine. My knees are locking up too. So if
Not your
whichever
knees, not my
ones
knees is my congestion.
Buddha, if you
do
put the
or
guard to sleep, you won't need to deal with them.
depending on how many, I could roll like ass.
Yeah.
So I don't
You
want to
could,
take the
yeah.
team away from it.
No, that's fair.
But then if I do, because I still think we're not going to take out the chick. And who knows, it still might automatically, like her desk might still attack us. So
Mhm.
I think the 2 biggest things is we protect Redmond and the bombs and Tim, because Tim can cast his acid splash on maybe the hinges or something to try to loosen stuff up, and then maybe use a sorcerer point to cast it again.
Are we going through the roof?
Well, whichever way we get in.
Okay.
I still think the explosion has to happen at the door.
Yeah, I get that.
So I think we do an assault at multiple points. Like if like me and you go through the door with some people, and Yi goes through the roof with maybe a couple other people. Because if we can at the same time try to knock the chandelier down on top of the lady again, that'd be great.
Hear me out here.
Sure.
Hear me out here. What if we use acid splash to burn a hole in the roof? And then what if where do we put the other part of the portal? For the
I'm going to
exploding
say
barrels?
this: whatever magic
haven't
we
put it
use
anywhere
is going
yet.
to set off the alarm right away.
Okay. What if we dropped the exploding barrels from the top of the roof onto the top of the vault and blew them up that way using the portal wand?
You don't get the time without Roswell, but it does give you extra explosion power.
Well, it was a pile of barrels. We could grab 3 or 4 of how many are there. We could reach through the portal, grab some, come back, and leave 2 maybe. That should be enough in an explosion for Roswell to hear.
I don't know.
True.
It's just a thought.
Explosion. I feel like explosion in the bank will draw his attention much quicker with that
True,
size compared to.
If he goes that way, we wait 5 minutes and then implement our plan.
Oh no,
He's-
I want to say let's act it. We gotta pretend this is like our only shot to do this,
Yeah.
because
It might
So
be.
I
we
think
don't know how
I think
much.
a simultaneous
Yeah.
attack of me shooting an arrow through through the front door at the guards. It's a sleep bomb arrow. It's not a. I don't think it's a magic item. Doesn't it? It just has it's like a potion attached to it. So that
As a
shouldn't set
splash
off the
potion.
alarms.
Well, whoever gets hit by the sleep spell when they go to sleep will set it off.
Is that true, Em?
Probably because it's the sleep spell, right?
Any magic that happens, item
I
or
don't.
not.
I mean,
I
I use the effects of the sleep spell just to save time, but it is a if it is
Okay.
a sleep if it's like a sleep bomb arrow, that is non-magical. That is like chemical.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how I had it
okay.
written down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so then
yeah.
it shouldn't
Yeah.
set off the alarm, and then they'll just be asleep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, just like as long
like
as like
asleep until we
Yeah.
can break into the bank and do what we have to do.
yeah.
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 So we can do that, and then as soon as then we get in, and then we cast like acid splash or whatever, and then do it, then that'll start setting alarms off.
Right.
But the acid splash is not going on the vault; it's just going on the roof.
Because any magic near the in or near the place is going to cause the alarm.
What does acid weaken metal?
That's your guys' hope.
Yes, it does. I feel like it might take a bit longer.
What we were
But-
talking about the whole time, didn't you say that acid weakens metal, Em?
I mean, it does. We are playing with mechanics like that. Yeah, with like I will say that yes, but you're also talking about a cantrip of Acid Splash, which
Yeah,
has
it's
gotten you
not-
out of being like bound in Earth over the course of a number of turns.
Yeah.
If you're looking to deal a shitload of damage to an object with acid, though, I would say that a cantrip is not like the most stable way of getting that done. I'm not
Yeah.
saying
I'm
that
just
it's
trying to
not going to not
any
do anything,
benefit
but it
that
is
we
cantrip.
have. Like,
I
like
don't-
you
Yeah.
could
I don't
take
have
like a millimeter out of something.
I
No
don't
doubt.
have
I mean-
vitriolic sphere. I wish I had taken vitriolic sphere. If I
Damage-
knew acid was going to be the plan.
Yes.
Because that would do it. Vitriolic sphere, that would do that shit. That's the acid fireball. It goes off twice. It's like 8d4 acid damage. And then if they fail to save, it goes off a second
That's
time.
something that melts shit, right?
Yeah. Which I could take that spell. I didn't know we were gonna use acid for any of these, so
You never do.
I could always swap something out. I think it's a 4th level spell.
I could cast Shatter too. I have Shatter, which will do good damage to other things.
Isn't shatter lightning damage though? Is that gonna help us against the vault?
Well, a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes that
Shatter
the
is
damage
force.
if it's the spell in the area.
Oh yeah,
And
you
it
guys
says
could try to
stuff like
launch
the
a
vault.
bunch of simultaneous attacks on it.
Yeah.
Actually, vitriolic sphere does up to 15d4 acid damage. The 4th level spell.
I
So
do
all right. Let's stop
3d8
arguing about
thunder.
this. Like, so yeah. So you can
Yeah.
do that. If we do the explosion, we don't know how much that is. I mean, like my most powerful spell would be like Moonbeam and Blight, but Blight's not gonna help with that.
No, Blight is your Blight's gonna be more for trying to take out the guys
Yeah.
that we can't.
I mean, we could try and Cone of Cold the fucking some part of it to see if we can weaken the metal. I
Ice
don't
Storm.
know. I don't know if there's a mechanic for that, M. If Cone of Cold to like freeze the vault open would help us. But I would imagine this metal is probably magic resistant, so that's a
You
lost
could
cause.
always try. You guys know nothing about the vault, unfortunately.
Yeah, we never
Yeah.
attacked the vault. To be fair, we only tried to rob the big
Yeah.
horribly.
All right. I'm assuming that. All right. I don't think this is our last time. I think we have one time after this. But
I hope so.
Whoa. How do we want to do this?
all right.
You guys
order
already
of
have the stuff set
operations-
up.
Yeah.
Redmond's
I'm gonna,
people
alright,
are-
so we distract fuckface.
Roswell.
Yeah. And then
I could fireball the vault if that's an option.
you could fireball the explosives.
Let's do this Ocean's 11 style. First step. Redmond in the group, and you guys are behind the Elder's Manor, which we know is uninhabited at this point. You guys are just waiting. It's like 11:38. The first step is setting off the explosion, I imagine. So
Yes.
Tim?
First step, I want to walk the group up to the back of the bank.
Okay.
Do you guys agree with that? So we're closer.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tim, do you want to open
That's
up the
fine.
second portal?
Yeah, so we're not doing the roof.
Well, you can still climb on the roof, but you first need to open up the second portal so we can create the distraction.
Oh, that's right, because I could use it so many times in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think I have 3 portals that could make a day. So yeah, I'll make the portal so that we can create the distraction.
Okay.
An explosion
Um,
goes off pretty far away from you guys, and after 30 seconds, you see a smokestack rising from the mine, in which you know where that's coming from. There's a little commotion from the other side of the building, and you hear a heavy set of footprints go clambering off towards the
Roswell.
mine.
Okay,
So go
so
around to the front of the bank,
okay.
and does the front of the bank have a window, or is the door open?
Windows,
clear
the
line of
door is
sight.
also open. Big 2 double doors open because it's just open to the public.
Do I have a line of sight on the front desk and
Yeah,
or the
you
guards.
lean up against a post in front of the sheriff's office, just like trying to look casual. Peer across the road and the open door. There's two guards standing like on the inner post of either door, holding their halberds in front of themselves, facing towards each other, and then behind them, maybe about 20 feet, is the big desk with Brogdon is her name, sitting behind it, just like shuffling through papers.
I give a signal somehow to Tim to position himself and the team to get on the roof.
Well, let's do athletic checks with disadvantage for anyone trying to get on the roof. Or with advantage, not disadvantage, with advantage.
Is there any way I could like grab onto things with my tentacle, pull myself up easier?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can call it athletics if you want to do strength instead of dexterity.
Too bad I can't
Either
use my portal umbrella.
Athletics
like
or
Mary
acrobatics to get
Poppins.
on the roof.
Can I use a gust of wind to ride my umbrella up? I'm just kidding.
But either way, you have advantage.
Okay.
That is pretty funny, but
Ooh,
that's magic. Is
uh,
it 18?
Ooh, not one.
14. 14 for me.
18.
Oxcott,
Yep.
you have gust of wind.
It's
as a
relatively
spell.
easy because you're not in any pressure right now, right? No one is watching you. No one is doing anything.
Oh wait,
To
I'm
climb-
sorry. I rolled a 6. I did not roll a 13.
With advantage, you rolled a 6.
I rolled a 5 plus 1. My athletics is not great.
You have advantage.
I rolled a 5 and a 1.
You got a nat 1 and a 5.
Oh, okay. I thought it was...
Tim is unable to get purchase, but Yi is able to get up onto the roof, as well as two of the
Can you use his tentacle to try to
bandits.
pull up Tim?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you one more chance. Tim, give me a this time an acrobatics check for sure from Tim. Nothing. Well, yeah. Let's give an athletics check from Yi.
Athletics, damn,
this is
okay.
just a regular what? A regular athletics check?
Yours is acrobatics. Tim,
You
Yi's
got
is athletics.
11.
19.
Okay. Yi is able to reach down, and Tim is able to grab it, like propel himself up a little bit, grab onto a tentacle, and hoist himself onto the roof. Now, Tim, Yi, and two of the bandits are on the roof. Korik is out in front with, we'll say, one bandit, just to give you someone if you want. And then the rest of the bandits are behind the bank waiting on something to happen.
All right. I don't notice anyone. Do I notice anyone in the street?
I mean,
I
yeah,
hope you see
there's
Ocean's
people
11.
crossing. There's just like the general citizen out and about. A couple people heading into the bar. Someone heading out of the bar with a strong box heading towards the bank, actually. This town isn't super overly populated, but that's, yeah, a couple people.
I pull out my arrow and I fire my sleep arrow into
Okay.
the bank before the guy with the strong box gets in.
Right. You're firing at... give me a straight up and down, like, luck check. So just roll a d20. Just natural d20.
Okay.
Ooh.
9. I'm gonna lucky egg that.
Okay.
Oh my
9.
goodness.
Hmm?
You
Which one?
You have one more lucky egg. You gonna save it or?
I don't know. Because I'm just aiming at I want to aim at the front of the desk, and I think that's like a big area, and I want to
Yeah.
shoot through the door, which should be at least 3 feet wide and 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So,
Are you cool with 9?
I don't know.
You got 9 or 9, Buddha. You don't have much of a choice right now.
Well, I don't get to pick between the egg rolls.
No, I know.
If I lucky egg it again, but then I'd like to save my lucky egg for maybe if one of us have a death saving roll that we need.
Post nut shame. Oh my god, Cryo. Are you kidding me?
What
even is that?
I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna stay with the 9.
Yeah, you fire the sleep arrow off. Roll your sleep damage, like your sleep business, 5d8.
22.
Ooh.
That was a bad roll. Might want to lucky roll that.
That was a bad roll.
gonna
22
look
with
at that.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky, roll that. I'll say you need a 28 to put Brogdon to sleep.
What, baby?
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
29.
29.
Okay. I want everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have a surprise round, but we're gonna have initiative order.
Jesus Christ. I rolled another 9. 10 for Buddha.
Oh Jesus.
14 for Yi.
eight for Tim.
New notebook. 1 second.
Woohoo! New notebook magic.
You
Let's
started.
go.
I love that. New notebook. Let's go, new notebook.
No, initiative is dexterity, Cryo. I'm a sorcerer. I don't have good dexterity. I'm charisma and con heavy.
I am
The rogue is what's good
wisdom
for dex.
heavy.
Charisma
And my
based
charisma is
casting.
-2. So
My intelligence is a -2.
Gotta work on my bard
I'm ugly and weak.
next week. Gotta make some
All right.
vicious mockeries up.
Okay. Who had a 14?
You.
Yee.
Okay, what was yours, Korik?
10.
What was yours, Tim?
8. Not ideal, but it is what it is.
Okay. Korik began the fight. Nope. Yes, Korik began the fight. It is Yee's turn. Surprise round. Yee, you were watching over the edge of the building as the arrow soared in, and you heard the that accompanies.
Oh,
Okay. Hold on.
Who's still up in there? Who's
By the way,
down?
my owl's still with me. By the way, M.
Yeah.
have we ever
I
discussed
cast
if we're doing the second explodey barrels through the fucking holes in the
Nope.
roof?
Nope. We already blew up all the barrels.
Okay.
Um,
So what am I doing on
but
the
yeah,
roof then? Just gonna try and go in from the top?
you wanted to come up here, so.
Fireball
Tim
from
looks
roof.
around. Why am I up here?
Okay, so I am going. I'm going to send my owl down and look through their eyes to kind of see what it looks like right now into the in the
Bank.
in there in the
The
bank.
smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, in this exact moment, the smoke powder is still like in the air. It's not in the air in the way that it would affect someone else when they have their turn to walk into it, but like,
Mhm.
bullet time. The smoke powder is in the air. Brogdon is like, her eyes are slouching and she's starting to fall out of her chair. The guards are like looking on in shock. They haven't even shouted alarm yet. They're
Okay.
about to.
Okay.
So
And that
it took
what-
Brogdon out, just not the guards.
I mean, yeah, you did exact. So with sleep, you have to fully take out their health, and Brogdon,
Yeah.
like I said, had 28 health, so he only had 1 left over, so there's nothing you could really take out.
Oh, okay. All right.
let's see. Would that count as my action, M, or what would that
No.
count as? Just so
No, I mean
know.
that's I mean that's just like you're
Okay.
checking out the environment.
I want to see if my owl can rip out the wires to the panic button.
Oh, sure. Give me a perception check with advantage from your owl.
Let me bring out the owl stats quickly. Owl perception 5e, just so I know. So owl. 15.
Okay. The owl definitely spots it from last time it was in here. Give me a attack roll with advantage also on the owl, because no one's stopping it. They have no idea this is coming, and the owl definitely knows where it's trying to strike.
Just wanted to make sure I knew what I needed to roll for the owl. 18.
The owl swoops in
Good fucking roll.
and hooks whatever wires are coming up underneath the desk. I'll say even the owl gets up under the desk since Brogdon is asleep, and you hear like screeching and just fucking clips and clips of wires coming out. It's tearing shit up under there. Most likely the panic button, but probably some other stuff as well.
Okay.
Next, yep.
Hold on. Let me check my bonus actions quickly before I end my turn. Bonus action that I don't have right now. No, that would be my turn. I can't do anything on the roof yet.
Tim, what you got?
How? I have two questions.
He had an 8 and I had an 11.
Yeah, but you
it's
initiated combat
Okay.
with
okay.
with
Alright,
your
cool.
sleep arrow. So for that was your surprise round. So I'm
I
just
have-
going to Tim and his surprise round, and then we'll go
two
back
questions.
into initiative.
Two questions.
Yep.
Number one, how long is the roof of this bank?
50 feet long by 30 feet wide.
Number two,
25 feet wide.
do I have any approximate idea where the vault is based off of conversation with my comrades? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell
We'll
the
say
two
the
bandits
vault
that are
is
with
this
me-
whole like the whole side of the bank that's like on the opposite side of the door that is
Cool.
that 25 feet wide, but we'll say it's like 10 feet of the 40 50 feet.
Cool. I tell everybody, including myself, we need to move. We need to move about 30 feet back.
Okay.
And I cast fireball on top of where I perceive the vault to be.
Okay. Roll damage.
I'd also, can I cast fireball at max level, which would be for me 5th level?
Yeah.
So that should be 10d6.
What are
Okay.
you doing, Toxic?
He's
I am
fireball on the
casting
roof.
fireball directly on the vault.
Roll
The owl about to
10d6
die.
fire damage on the top
Did you
of this
open
bank.
the roof before you did that, or
No. It's just it's a fireball. It's gonna go
your
right through the
fireball.
roof.
Surprise!
is made
The
of
roof
wood.
we're standing on? Right, we're standing on the roof, though. That was my concern.
I backed up 40 feet. I told everybody to back up 40 however many feet. The roof is 50 feet.
Do
30,
the pitball
or-
song, roof on fire.
34 fire damage.
34 fire damage. So
I'm trying to create a big hole and hopefully crack the vault open.
what I will say is you definitely create a big hole. There's a big explosion on top of the bank. There's been enough time that you think Roswell's probably made it out to the mine. So now is when we start that timer for Roswell coming back. The roof explodes off of this bank. Some of the chunks, for those looking into the bank, the owl can see this, are falling down into the bank. From up on top of the bank, you definitely see the whole corner of this bank has been blown off. You can see the vault, and you can see that you've caused some scuffing damage to the vault with that attack.
Scuffing damage.
To the top of the vault with that attack, yes.
I dropped the fireball on it.
I know. I know. But I've also learned a lot about what inanimate objects can take in Baldur's Gate 3. So you have dealt some damage to the vault, but you have not opened the vault.
My cat had some jack to open the vault.
You do what?
Borderlands.
Oh. I was like, I don't
you
know this
cast
spell.
Handsome Jack.
But you know that you've damaged the vault something.
Okay.
But you're on top. And like as I said, this corner of this bank has been blown off, and you can see that the vault is like solid steel on this corner. So it's not like steel fused together at the corner. They've created a solid steel box, so you're not like striking at any welds or, like fuses of the steel. It's just solid steel you're trying to hammer through at this moment.
Okay.
Or solid metal. I don't even want to call it steel. But so after that fireball, do you have anything left in your turn? Like bonus action or movement?
I'm debating if I want to use a sorcery point to like maybe cast acid splash on the vault to see if the acid damage will start to corrode. I don't think it will. So I don't know that I want to waste it. But I do want to roll my d20 to see if I use a spell slot for my little item that I have to not use spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
I need 18 for a 5th level spell. Nope, I used the spell slot. That's fine. No big deal.
Okay.
I could always use sorcery points to regain them if I need to.
So back to the
let's
top
see.
of the order is Brogdon, who is asleep. So we're now at Yee's turn in just normal turn order. It's still
Okay, so-
technically your assassin shit would still work because no one has gone in turn order yet.
Alright. I'm going to drop down. First of all. How much
Okay.
movement would you say that'd be about if
I don't know
were
that
to
it
drop
does
down?
take movement just to jump off
Okay.
the edge of the building because you're just like
Okay.
falling. Which give me an athletics check.
Athletics, okay. I'm going into the building too.
Sure. This is just to see if you land. Okay.
16.
Yeah, that's fine. You land fine. You guys are decently high
Okay.
level. I'm not too worried about that.
Okay. So now what do I see as I guess in the building
Yeah,
after that fireball?
there is smoke in this building. Some of the roof is like kind of crackling in a little bit. The guards have yet to respond, but they're like looking between you and like Brogdon and the bank vault and the explosion. They're trying to decide what to do at this moment. There's a few citizens in here that are trying to run towards the door now that there's an explosion that's occurred. Yeah, I mean nothing's really kicked off here. You guys have taken care of your surprise round. So you guys have control kind of over the battlefield at this moment.
So he's gonna be doing some lightning dagger damage to the desk clerk lady that's kinda under by the owl.
So she is asleep. If she takes damage, she will wake
Okay.
up.
Oh, she is asleep, okay.
Yes. Brogdon is
Okay.
asleep until she is shaken awake or takes damage. She is asleep, or
I didn't
I
know
would
she was
imagine
asleep
after
then.
8 hours. Also, she'll wake up.
Okay. How far are the guards from me, I guess?
I mean, if you're at the door, they are like within 10 feet of you on both sides, right? They're really close.
Okay. Then I'll go up to one and try hit him with my lightning dagger.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll be let me just quickly check some stuff.
Hi, cookies.
I'm just trying to figure out make sure I get the stuff.
Sure.
I don't think I can get advantage for a sneak attack. Check something.
No, you do have advantage because you are going before anyone else in turn order.
Okay. Okay, I was trying to figure out about that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
other
so I'm
enemies just
good
have to have not gone yet for you to get assassinate and sneak attack. That's the only
Okay.
thing. If they haven't gone, even if there's a situation where like one of them is gone, but the one you're attacking hasn't gone yet, The rule is specifically
Yep.
the enemy you're attacking has to have not had a turn yet.
And
As
this
long
is
as
a
they have not had a
specific
turn yet, it's still
thing in
assassinate.
which, during the surprise round that you guys started,
Uh,
technically they're in initiative order, but they still don't get around until this first round.
Okay.
So you're good to
The-
go attack everyone, except for Brogdon, actually. Brogdon you would not get advantage on, but she's asleep anyway.
How a 12 to hit? Probably not.
That's with advantage? Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
You have 2 daggers, or can you only attack? Well, no, you only have 1 hand. Never mind. I was gonna say, could you do
Right,
the? Well, actually, assassinate. I don't think it matters what weapon you're using. That's a mechanic, not a.
Correct. If you
You can
use the
sneak attack as
offhand
well.
strike, you don't get any bonuses, but if you roll a flat d20 and hit their AC, then you still technically hit with your
Yeah, it's
tentacle.
just no the actual like plus damage bonus for modifiers, right?
Right.
If I'm remembering the mechanic properly. I'm gonna go take a bio break really quick. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
I don't. Yeah, no, I can't do that. No. I don't think I can attack a second time. That'll be what I can do. Oh no, 2-weapon fighting. Take these.
Yeah, you have 2 weapon fighting,
Yeah.
don't you?
I do, but would I be able to hold both daggers, I guess, in my hands?
Well, no, but you can
Would
attack with your tentacle.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that would
Yeah,
count.
it is.
Yeah.
It is accounted as a melee
Okay.
weapon attack.
Okay. Alrighty. So tentacle's gonna be a. Let's roll this. Roll.
I don't remember what the damage
Oh
is,
jeez. Nat 1.
but no, it doesn't hit.
Yeah. No,
All
the
right,
dice have
Korik,
decided no. Hold on, my owl gets to
oh,
go now.
your owl gets to go now. Okay, what does your owl do?
Uh, now that they've ripped out, I guess, those wires, he'll go kind of distract. He'll go kind of annoy one of the guards by doing a flyby.
Yeah, okay. Give me a roll to hit on the other guard.
3.
No.
How's a nat 20?
Oh, a nat 20 does hit. Yeah, for
A
sure.
nat 20, 23 for the owl.
How much damage does the owl do, though?
I think it's only 1d1 slashing damage.
Yeah, just 1 slashing damage as it passes by, but it does distract the guard, so the guard is now focused. That guard is focused on the owl as it leaves his range without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Back.
Korik, you are up. You have
Alright,
seen Yi engage the 2 guards with him and his owl. You see Tim atop, who has cast a fireball and has destroyed part of the bank. What do you do?
With any of these attacks, has the desk triggered at all into, or any of the other defense mechanisms of the bank been triggered yet?
No, and I will say that you feel pretty safe in that Brogdon is the one that triggers all of those, and you have put her to sleep. And you saw the owl tear out a bunch of shit from behind the desk. So, as far as you're aware, someone would need to get back there and hope that whatever button they're pressing is still connected. So the defenses seem pretty well shored up.
All right,
Yeah, we just need to figure out how to get in the effing vault now. And Fireball did nothing to it, so.
Yeah. Was Redmond on the roof, or was Redmond with me?
I honestly don't know where Redmond was. I just
I would say
question for
Redmond's with
Tim.
you.
If Tim and the owl have the guards going, I would like to do you think it's worth trying pass without a trace
Oh,
to get up to the
no
vault?
point now. There's no point now. We've already made our presence known.
I know, but I don't want an attack of opportunity from the guards as I go by them.
They're
I would say
focused
they
on
both
me and
are
the owl right
engaged. Yeah.
now.
So me
One
and
is in-
Redmond could
Also-
both go past and get up to the vault door.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably give you like, say, like an athletics check to get by the situation without taking an attack of opportunity, because they should technically get one, but they are engaged, and Yi did specifically use his turn to distract, so give you an extra chance to get by.
18.
Yeah. You guys slip by. They see you, sure, but they are engaged, so.
All right.
I will say, by the way, if we're doing that 20 crit rules, I'm not sure if you do those. That guard from the owl took 2 damage because it doubles.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He did take 2. He did take 2 damage.
Hey, that can be a lot. That can mean the difference.
Oh
It's
yeah,
true.
no, definitely.
Not on his first hit, but it could in the end mean the difference.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I like how the owl critted.
Yeah, right.
Um,
So yeah, you and Redmond are in the bank. You see the big bank vault door.
yeah.
It's huge. It's big. It's metal. He has that box with him that has the explosive. Well, I guess he's not in here yet. He's still outside because his turn isn't up yet.
Oh, I wanted to get in there with him. I wanted to can I hold my action until his turn then
Oh, sure.
to move in with him?
Sure, we'll just give Tim another turn, and then it'll be you and Redmond, and we can say that happens. We can even hold your rolls because you've already made them.
All right, cool. Yeah, because that's my plan. I would like to get to the door with him.
Okay. Then let's
I
do
wanna,
Tim's.
like,
We'll
protect
we'll
him
hold your turn
because
till
he
after
has the
Tim's,
explosives.
and we'll just swap you and Tim in
Yeah.
turn order. All right, Tim, you're up.
All right, so I haven't done any damage to the freaking vault at all.
You did a little bit.
I'm gonna keep checking bombs at it. I'm gonna cast Fireball directly on the vault
Careful.
again. Why? Careful, why?
I don't want to wake up the chick that's asleep because then she'll trigger defenses.
How is
That's
she
why I
gonna
want-
wake up?
If she takes 1 point of damage,
I'm
a
shooting
log
a,
or a-
I'm shooting a 30-foot fireball through a 30-foot hole at the same spot I just shot it at.
a freaking twig could fall from the roof and land on her finger and give her a splinter for 1 damage and she wakes up. Just saying, your first fireball didn't really do anything.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Help with the guards from you'd get fucking probably sneak attack.
I don't get
And
a
take
sneak
them
attack.
out.
I'm not a rogue.
Wouldn't you get an advantage or something to hit if they're already engaged with Yi?
If I'm flanking Yi, that would require me to jump through the.
You're above
probably,
him. You can
that
probably
would-
see them from above and they don't see
Can I
you, right?
see them?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna
I
assume
think-
no.
they're like. I mean, as they would be standing directly inside the door, so even if he's like looking over the edge of the building, he might see like their elbows or like the edges of their
Okay.
weapons come out as they swing, but they are they are like inside the door of the bank. I mean,
So I can't see. I
you
can't
always
see
gotta
them.
you always gotta gamble. You either throw big bombs or you fucking jump off a building and jump in there. You gotta gamble on
Dude,
something.
I'm gonna take so much fall damage if I jump in there.
Oh, I know. I'm just like.
Unless you
oh,
roll
no,
well.
How many feet down is it?
Yi had to make an athletics check in order to not take fall damage, so it's not like
Yeah.
super far down, but
But I can't see any of these dudes at all.
correct. I
Got it.
honestly think first thought, best thought. You're doing the thing you're doing. Korik wouldn't have been able to yell at you to be careful about Brogdon.
Yeah, that's
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. The part of the roof I'd be shooting this fireball in is destroyed.
Correct. I mean,
Right?
you also like. I mean, you know to be careful, but like you guys are in the big moment, so like be
Yeah.
careful, sure, but like do what you got to do.
Would the guy who I distracted with my owl start chasing him around to try and catch it?
I mean, it's not his turn yet. Once we get to his turn, we will say what happens. But
I was just wondering. Okay.
I mean,
until
maybe.
I can see the guards. Until I can see the guards, I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't have a line of sight on them. I would be knowing what I know about D&D mechanically. I'm going to have to roll an attack roll at disadvantage but I can't even see them, and most of the spells require me to be able
That's
me
fine.
to have
That's
to see
fine.
them.
Just do what you're doing.
All right. All right. I am going to fireball directly on the hole that's already there, and
Roll
I'm
for
going to
damage.
fireball the vault again. This time at 4th level, so that should be
8d8?
96.
96.
96.
Go ahead.
26 fire damage more to the vault.
Okay. The bank rumbles a bit and takes some damage. The vault takes some
Is-
damage. You break off some more of the roof. It looks a little bit more charred. You've scuffed it up quite a bit more.
There's no hole yet, though.
I'm going to keep using the word scuffed it up because that definitely describes what you are doing to it. You know that it has to have taken a little bit of damage, but it doesn't look like it's taken too much damage from this. Yes. But the bank rumbles. There's a few more stones that fall, but none that are super dangerous. And now we're at Korik's turn, I imagine, unless Tim has a bonus action he wants to use.
Nah, the only bonus action that I could use would require me to be on the vault. And that would be to try a different type of damage to see if it's... My gut is
I mean,
that
you also have
generally...
movement.
Well, my gut is that it's resistant to fire damage, and I need either acid or some other type of damage. But Shocking Grasp was the spell I was thinking of, but that is a touch spell. I was going to start trying different kinds of damage, cold, whatever. So I don't think I'm going to burn a sorcery point for that.
Okay. Korik and Redmond run up and past, the guards and into the bank. Now what do we want to do, Korik, now that you guys are in this bank together?
I'd like to have Redmond place the explosives.
All right. Redmond runs up to the bank door and begins arming the explosives. He says it's going to take just a second. I think narratively, mechanically, you know that like next turn he'll be done and can run out of the bank, but right now he has to stay here and arm the explosives.
Yeah. I would like to from where we're at inside. Oh, is that a concentration? It is a concentration, and I can't do 2 concentration spells at once, correct, sirs?
What other concentration spell are you doing though?
I was thinking about, because I know that a timer has been set, I was thinking about putting spike growth outside in the street, so when Roswell comes, he'll be slowed.
I
As like a
don't think
defense.
spike growth is calmed though.
I'm looking right at it. It says
You have a
Thought it
little
was
bit
wisdom, and then
You have a little bit more time than that.
concentration.
It is concentration,
Yeah.
but it is you have more time than
Yeah.
that. You know, you have a couple turns before Roswell gets back here.
Okay, cool. Now if I was to hold my action this turn, next turn could I do 2 actions?
No.
Okay.
But you could hold your action until before your next turn and then do it and then do your next turn, but you wouldn't do anything this time, right?
Yeah.
You can hold your action till a specific thing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in the vault from the top, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck right now. The top was not the move.
Total of 9 spell levels tossed at it.
Yeah.
How else was I gonna know?
No, I agree. I agree.
You gotta try. You gotta try. Because you never know. It could have been weak to fire damage. I don't know that until I try it.
Very true. Very true.
Knowing what I know
Yeah.
about the properties of steel, it's generally weak to fire and acid. So
Yeah, but I feel like knowing what I know about the properties of bank vaults, they're like pretty resistant to like explosions and robbery.
there, I guess.
I would like to I guess
You did
pull
damage
out
it.
my
You know that. Just not a ton.
I'm gonna
Well,
pull
I'm
out
gonna try different damage next time.
my crossbow and my hand crossbow and fire 3 bolts at the guard that is closestly engaged with Yi.
Okay.
Um,
Roll to hit 3 times.
I have to find.
Uda is pulling out a crossbow, Ryacent, and I got this hat at Six Flags. Cookies from the Dark Side. I got this at Six Flags Great America right
What
before
would
New
I
Year's
don't know what to
Eve.
roll to hit on that. I just know what the damage is. It's 1d6 plus 1 for each arrow.
Dexterity plus
rainbow one.
proficiency plus
Dexterity.
d20.
Also got this one. The other hat I have.
There we go. Dirty 20.
Yeah, I mean that one hits definitely.
All right, so since this fires 3 in succession, can I do all 3 d6 at once?
Did all 3 hit? Did you roll 3 times?
I rolled once, but it fired 3 shots.
You have to roll
In
once per
one-
shot.
Yeah, I mean the
Okay.
bonus is that you get 3 separate attacks, but
Okay,
that
alright.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, ready for this one? 1 19, 1 nat
Okay.
20, and 1 18.
So the wait, you get dirty 20, 19,
Nat-
nat 20.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean all
pretty
3
much.
hit and you got a d20, so roll your damage and roll one of your damages twice. Roll your
So
damage.
roll 4d6 then.
Yes, correct.
Because it doubles your damage when you get in that, which is nice.
Right.
Oh, I rolled
Ooh.
4 at once. Should I have done the crit damage first then?
No. 4 at once is great.
All right, I got a 1, a 6, a 1, and a 4 for a total of 12.
Bam, 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 bam. You needle this guy for 12 points of damage. He's still standing, but
Oh wait, hold on. It's plus 1, so that would be 3 more, so 15.
bam, bam, bam. 15 points of damage. Still standing, but you have needled him as the guy that Yi is engaged with. They are going to attack. One is going to. I'm gonna see. Yeah, he failed his check, so he is gonna chase after the owl because he like doesn't realize that there's other things to focus on. He's gonna swing at the owl. There's a 20
Doesn't
hit.
realize the bank is getting robbed.
Yeah, unfortunately. With his halberd, he is gonna clip the owl though for 12 points of damage. As it tries to fly up and out of his reach, he like sprints after it.
What
So he's a bit
did
away
they
from it.
roll to hit the owl?
Oh, the roll to hit the owl was a dirty 20, so I just sort of rolled.
Okay. Oh, I just need to know because I wasn't sure if they passed the armor class. That's all.
No doubt.
Okay. And the 12 would kill the owl. Yeah, it's only 1.
The oh, damn, the owl poofs. The other one is going to attack you. But an 8 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
Ye fly down. He's
Oh,
downstairs.
I
now.
can't fly.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
jumped
right,
out.
he
Yeah,
can't fly
I
anymore.
jumped out.
But
I jumped down and I
yeah,
made
that's
it
the end of the
safely.
turn. Brogdon is still asleep, so we're back to the top of the order with Yi. You are
Okay.
engaged with one dude. One
How
other dude
close
is about
the,
to start making
guard
his way
to
towards
the
you.
other guard?
You're engaged with one guard in the doorway. The other guard is about 20 feet out of the door now,
Okay.
and facing towards you and about to start moving towards you.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because there was a stipulation to a sneak attack, and they had to be if it was within 5 feet, I could get sneak attack in.
Yep.
But I guess let's go with my dagger again. Roll 27 lightning. 19.
Yeah, 19 hits. Yeah, definitely.
So that's going to be. No, that'll be 1d4 plus 3 lightning. Plus 3. Oh, I did not roll. I just did 1d4 plus 3. Ooh, 7 exact. Nat 4.
7 more damage. This guard is not looking
Yeah.
great, but he's still standing.
Here comes the fun thing. Here comes the big tentacle. Which is going to be slash roll 1d20. 2. Geez. 7.
No.
Okay.
Korik. No, you switched with Tim. Tim.
I still can't see any of the guards, right?
You can actually, yeah, one of the guards has run out. He's down the steps about 10, 20 feet out in front of the bank.
Is he the one that's not looking so great?
No, he's fully healed. He is the one untouched.
Cool. All right. So what I want to do first thing I'm going to do is I want to shoot a lightning bolt at the vault. Is the first thing I want to do. First thing I want to do.
We're right in. Oh, going at the roof. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
There's a
Never mind.
line
Yeah,
at the
I'm
vault.
never mind.
You already turned off the bombs prematurely. Oh no.
What's that? I just want to see if another kind of damage works. This is
Yeah,
my
I mean,
last
roll-
experiment.
Roll damage.
31 lightning damage to the vault.
Okay. You hurt that vault. Good job.
Does it look? Did I make any progress? Is there a hole forming? Is it
No.
still just black?
It's black. You're
It's
damaging it. I'll say at this point, you know what? Even if you tried to wipe off all the blackness, you wouldn't be able to wipe off all the blackness. You have to really get in there.
You'd have to sham wow it. You'd be saying.
Yeah.
I'm literally prepping vitriolic sphere for the next session. This fucking vault is getting a vitriolic sphere directly on top of it.
It's a bank vault. It's supposed to be resistant to people trying to break into this bank vault.
Well, I'm gonna melt it with acid damage.
We'll melt the whole
Toxic
fucking
is now
building.
determined to get rid of it.
Yeah. And then okay, I'll burn a sorcery point, and then let me cast Firebolt at the dude who's on the stairs.
Okay. Roll damage.
I just need to roll damage. I don't need to.
Oh
roll
no,
to
sorry, I
attack.
rolled a hit. Sorry, I got used
I
to
was
you just
like-
rolling to damage.
He doesn't know where I am. Does he see me? Do I get advantage on this
He
attack?
does because you've just been fucking lobbing bombs at the roof of the building. Even when he ran out, like he saw you just like cascade
Okay.
lightning on the roof of the building. So you drew attention to yourself before you threw this.
Well, I'm gonna assume
Firebolt.
a 19 plus an 8 hits.
Yeah,
pretty,
that hits.
pretty easily. So that should be 2d10 fire damage.
Wow.
Wow.
You. 4 fire damage, and then I need to
Ooh.
roll my d20 to see if I don't expend that spell slot. Let me just roll a d20 really quick, and then I'm done with my turn.
The dice have decided to be awful to us.
That's
I
true.
do not get that spell slot back. It's okay.
Damn. Repeatedly. Korik, what are you doing?
I I kind of just kind of holler to my team to get ready for the explosion and to haul ass outside. And I would like to prepare the spell Call Lightning, but not cast it yet.
Okay.
Sounds like I'm not the only one that's determined to get into that vault.
That was
Yep.
our original goal anyway.
Redman finishes packing the bomb and starts sprinting towards the door as fucking fast as he can. I imagine you also ran towards the door, Korik, with that move.
Oh, yeah, either the door or if part of a window was busted out, something.
Okay,
yeah,
just
I'm-
out. Okay, cool. Yeah, he shouts, "It's gonna blow soon!" And he's like running towards the door. That was the bottom of the order. Brogdon is top of the order. Yi, it's your turn. Everyone is running towards the front door of the bank.
How about the 2 guards? Are they running for it?
Well, one guard is outside. He's looking up at Tim, who has just struck him with a firebolt. He's deciding whether he's going to attack at Tim or rush in and attack at you. The other guard is in combat with you, so.
Right. I just wasn't sure if they were running for it.
Nope, they're here to do their job. They
Alright.
don't really know that this is a bomb that's going to blow up the bank yet.
Okay. Alrighty. Then I am going to. I might as well. I'm going in with the lightning knife again.
Okay.
19.
Yes.
Okay. 3 lightning. 3. Another critical 4 plus 3, 7. Another 7 damage lightning.
Okay, this guard is not looking good.
Time to go in with the arm.
Tentacle.
18 with the arm.
That hits. Roll. I think your arm damage is 1d10 plus strength.
It's a 1d12. I have it right here.
Bam.
1d12 plus 2. We
Trying
we
to
put
sit
it
down.
into the put it on the
Cool.
sheet.
Feet were starting to hurt.
That's fair. And that is going to be 8 damage.
8 damage
Technical
dealt.
damage right to him.
Jammer, that guy is knocked off his feet and into a heap at the floor. Now all you have is the one guard outside who is trying to figure out who to aim at. Do you want to do anything with your movement?
Yes, I'm going to. It is I think. Yeah, cunning action dash. So I now have a movement speed of 50, and I'm gonna run out the door.
Cool. You run out the door. Tim, you're on top of the roof. You see Yi running out the door. You hear shouts of get out of the bank coming from inside and down below. What do you do?
What? Oh, yeah, hold on. 1 second.
Hi, Mrs. Toxic.
Miss
Hello?
Toxic.
Wow. What a good turn. Can't believe he's doing that. Whoa.
Sorry about that. My brother just got engaged.
Oh, cool. Neato.
Congrats.
Robert.
Tell him to not
fuck yeah.
interrupt D&D next time.
Dude, I'm sorry. When your mom texts you and asks
No,
you to
tell
free,
him
and
to
then
hold
your-
off until after D&D.
And then your wife comes downstairs with the phone on FaceTime already.
No.
How of you're too busy questing? You're fighting goblins.
Okay.
Tell him that was rude and selfish. To do during D&D.
So
How dare you interrupt
I'm
D&D?
trying to decide if I want to. This guy's obviously not in the attack of opportunity range, right? Like he's on stairs, but I'm like on the roof, right? I have the high ground.
No doubt.
I
Yeah,
have the- I
you
have
have
the
high
literal
ground,
high-
definitely, but no attack of opportunity range. No way.
Yeah, okay. So I think what I would do is I would fire one more firebolt at him,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
yourself
Fire
off.
firebolt.
16 to hit.
That does hit.
Cool. 2d10. Ooh, 17 fire damage.
It's a lot of fire damage. He's awake, but he takes that. He knows where his focus should be now, but he's a little worried because he's just taken a big hurl of mote of fire in the face.
Oh, to get off the roof.
Yeah, I'm debating because I could just spend a sorcery point and hit him one more time and kill him and then run. But my problem is I was hoping I could try to use my portal wand to get off the roof. I don't know the mechanics of whether I could do that or not if I establish, if I could use a sorcery point to do that, or if we've never established that mechanic.
Oh, that's intriguing. You know what I'll give you is that with an action.
Can I tell you what I want to do, and then you can determine whether or not
Sure.
I can do it. So what I want to do is I would like to somehow just use the portal wand to literally get myself off the roof. So my goal was going to be to put one portal like under my feet, and then the other portal like somewhere where I could just safely fall. Whether it's like the bushes where the explosion was, or like somewhere on the ground. I was literally gonna.
What I'll give you with this is that you've already used your action. You could definitely do that with an action, but because you've used your action, you can bonus action place a portal and jump into it. But that portal leads to where the last portal placed was, which was the like explosion site, right?
No, because that was the first portal placed. The last one was placed when we were outside the bank, in which we set off the explosion.
Behind the bank.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So yes, you could just I feel like yes, you could just bonus action.
Bonus action, place a portal, and
drop into the last portal that was placed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the back of the bank.
Oh hell yeah! I'm just gonna do that then. Bye.
I call lightning.
Okay. Call lightning on the bank.
And then
in the 5th level.
With the rest of my turn, can I use my movement speed to get some distance away from the? So
Sure.
Bonus action, portal, in behind the bank, like start running to where I perceive the team would be.
Yeah, roll damage for call lightning on the bank.
All right, 60-foot radius centered on the vault itself. Oh, dude, that's fucking horrible. Dude, only 23 fucking damage, dude. That is 5d10, and I got 23 damage.
I thought I saw 33. Oh, that's the total damage.
Yeah.
Your lightning strikes the bank, and some more cubes fall in. At the end of that turn, Redmond's rushing out of the bank, and there is an immense explosion behind him that sends him like flying forward. Right. Roll some dice here.
Then technically, it would be my turn again because I held my action, right?
Didn't you use your call lightning just now, though?
Yeah, that's your action.
From my previous turn, though, I held my action for my previous turn. I said I'm gonna hold my action of call lightning.
Right, and then you called lightning, and then you did it. Then you used that action, right?
True, but I had asked you, hey, if I hold an action and then I call it in, do I still get my turn then that round? And the answer was yes.
Oh, I mean, you can have a movement and a bonus action, but the call lightning was your action for that turn. So you can have a movement and a bonus action before your turn. I guess you're right. Yes. So before Redmond's turn, then no, you're right. You're right. You get on this turn. That was your thing, and then at your turn, I guess, yeah. So yeah, you get a turn. Yeah,
okay,
because
awesome.
you held that.
Because Toxic and I had swapped turns.
Yes. All right. So what do you want to do on your turn before Redmond comes out of the bank and the thing blows up?
So he is in the process of running, correct? Right?
Yeah.
All right. I would like to. So I've called in call lightning. I would like to. Since I'm outside, how close am I to the other guy that Tim pissed off?
Pretty close. He's like right in the middle of the bottom of the stairs, like 10 feet out in front of the bank. So you guys are
Oh,
running right past him,
Alright,
basically.
cool. Can I melee him as I go by? Like melee distance? No.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to keep going by, though, if you melee him, you're
Okay.
going to be an attack of opportunity. Also,
Alright.
Yeah, you can't drive by fruiting him like.
Yeah.
That's,
All right. No, that could possibly hurt Redmond, so I don't want to do. Are Redmond and I like side by side running, or is he still slightly behind me?
he's a little bit behind you.
All right. All right. You want to know what? Screw it, man. I think Fuckface is coming. I'm gonna wild shape. I'm gonna cast Blightwood Infinity.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like just bulk up, get my fucking 10 pin points,
Okay.
and just yeah.
literally waiting for this explosion to go off. Like, when is this fucking explosion?
Now,
Oh no, I'm waiting for freaking Roswell to show up.
the explosion does go off, and the bank. There's a very loud, cacophonous explosion. The walls of the bank like crumble outwards and down, not entirely, so you can't like see the front of the vault. As the smoke is rising from the bank, what do you guys do? That explosion happened. Redmond was blown off his feet. I'm gonna say he's actually unconscious at the bottom of the steps.
He's gonna
Would I be able to use
go
my
in.
bonus action from my turn, or did it happen afterwards?
I mean,
to-
all of this happened afterwards, but we can go back before the explosion if you want to use your bonus action also.
Oh no, I just wanted to heal Redmond to get him up. So
Oh, no. I mean, you can.
That's after the explosion.
Yeah, yeah. If we want to stay in turn order, which we probably should because we're still in like an event, it is Yee's turn at the top of the order. This explosion has just gone off. What do you want to do? All of you are on the outside. Tim is behind the bank. Korik and Yee are in front of the bank, along with various numbers of these dudes who actually did not come in and help out at all.
Oh, we really didn't need their help. Yee's gonna go in the bank.
Yee rushes into the bank. There's a lot of smoke, but what you can see through the smoke is that the vault door still stands.
What about Graham? You cut out for me.
Vault door still
The
stands.
vault door still stands. You can see through the smoke.
I am going to cast Shatter on it.
Roll damage.
Which will be,
I don't know that that's gonna work.
And that's what kind of damage is that?
thunder.
Okay.
Non-magical objects that isn't being worn or carried also take the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Sure.
3d.
Just trying to think about what other ways we could get in. I wonder if what's her butt who we put to sleep has the key. We didn't
We didn't even think of that.
we didn't even think if she had the key.
I'll
Well-
say that every vault has a key. There
Maybe
is
you
no
should check
vault
her
that just
body.
can't be opened.
Maybe we should check her body before we revive her to see if she, I don't know, has the key. I feel like that might be a good idea.
Oh, she's definitely dead now.
Oh well,
I
we
know,
can't we just check her dead body to see if she has the key.
But
feel
first,
somebody
Go
should
Yee,
fondle
do
her
that.
pockets.
what damage? What damage did you do with your 3/8 shatter?
12.
Okay.
Didn't do that. Yep. Okay.
When you do that, oh, I guess like I don't know, like a little washer falls off of one of the hinges. You know what I mean? Like you've done some
Yeah.
damage that has physically affected the door.
Oh god, I hate this so much. Fucking door, dude.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would do with your turn, Yi? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like be a downer, but you guys are throwing
No.
force at a door that is not supposed to be forced open.
You know what, Em? We don't care.
It's like
Uh,
almost 15 levels of spell slots tossed at this metal door. The key, I'll say, is
And I
about
go-
40 feet away from.
Yeah, it's fucking on her corpse. Like, just go get the fucking
Can I
key,
go
open the
get
vault,
the
and let's
key?
get out of here. If we
I
get one more
go.
loop, I've already got it figured out, guys. I've got it figured out if we have one more loop. All right? We
Oh, you're
put
gonna
her-
charm the fuck out of her and try to fuck her. Got it.
We put her to sleep. We take the fucking key. We open the vault and we leave. That's it. We're done. That's it. That's all we're gonna do.
God, this
be fair.
would be a great.
None of y'all thought
like,
about the
yeah.
key either.
All right, you do that damage. Is there like movement bonus action you
Am
want?
I eligible to go get the key?
You can get up to her, but it will take your action to like loot her corpse. But later,
Okay.
you can definitely get that.
No, that's
Korik, or Tim,
fine.
sorry, Tim.
How close am I to Redmond?
Close enough. Oh wait, no, you're on the back of the bank. You got to run around the bank. You can still make it there. It's fine.
Oh, god damn it. I can still make it there, even with my short, tiny dwarf legs.
Oh no, probably not with your short tiny door. With the dash, you could make it there, but that would be your action.
That would be my action. I can't use a bonus action to take the key, can I?
You could use the portal and go back on top of the bank
Oh no, that's not helpful at all.
to the last portal made, and then you could, I don't know, jump down.
Go to the front of the roof, top of the roof that's probably no longer there.
Okay. Hear me out here. How close is she to like my actual person? Could I use a sorcery point to cast a cantrip as a bonus action to make a hole in the building for myself and then dash to her body to get the key? Or run to her
Oh.
body? Am I close enough that I could do that? I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think if you can make a hole in the building that of the crumbling wall, you could probably get through and get to her.
Okay, well, let's try it. I guess I'll cast a little firebolt like piece of the wall where I would think the stairs would
Yeah.
be, so I could just kind of.
Crumbling
Walk
wall,
up
cast
and-
firebolt.
I need to just roll damage. Is that
Yeah, 100%. Just roll damage.
16 fire damage?
Yeah, you blast open the wall. The rocks come scattering inward. You're behind the bank, so as you look in, you see like Brogdon's back, and she's like in that booth, right? But she's like slumped over her desk, shrapnel all in her face.
How many feet away from me is she?
15.
Cool. So I just gonna go and I presume the keys on her body, right? She's unconscious. To be clear, you said she was
Dead.
unconscious.
She's
Yeah,
dead. Give me
dead.
an investigation check.
Okay. Okay, no advantage on this, unfortunately.
If she somehow survived that, there's no point trying to fight her.
I have like no investigation, but I mean it's our best shot. Oh,
Well, since I'm right next to her, could I tell?
12?
Could I tell that she's dead?
Yeah, I mean,
12?
both of you can tell she's dead. She's like super dead.
Okay.
Like super dead. No qualms about it.
I
12.
feel like the past should be easy because she's not alive anymore. I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
like,
no. It's less about if you find it, and it's more that you find like what you do find is like a velvet pouch that has a bunch of gems and a couple trinkets inside. And with your investigation check, you don't find much more on her, so you imagine that the key is somewhere in this bag of trinkets and gems.
Can I just look in the bag and start?
Yeah, I mean, but none of the trinkets look like they're not a key. You know what I mean? It's like a weird shape or like a weird elephant
Oh,
bronze
God.
trinket. Like it's not like a
Damn
key
it.
shape.
Ugh.
That's what you get with a 12 investigation. Korik, you're out in front with Redmond's unconscious body.
For a bonus action, I would like to do healing word on
I
our
should-
homeboy.
Love
Should have
it.
asked too. Was there anything on the door that indicated a shape? Like, I should have asked that before.
We
my
haven't
turn.
really gotten really like it's really smoky in here. We have to go investigate the door to find out anything like that.
Okay, I was just curious. I
Yes, yeah.
would normally ask that. So
Redmond gets 7 points of health back.
Cool. He wakes up with a start, coughing up a little bit of smoke.
I kind of shake him a little bit and say, "Buddy, judging from the noise inside there, that didn't fucking work. I'm gonna go inside and go check it out." I go inside the building. I kind of talk to Tim and Yi and find out that we're now looking for a key. So I go to the door.
I hold up the gem bag and I say it's in here somewhere.
Yeah, I go up to the door to do a investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Your intelligence is higher than mine, so I guarantee you your int or wisdom is better than mine.
Would
He
you
probably
like
has the best
to
wisdom.
would you like to place a bet on that?
I mean,
He has the best wisdom.
is your int? Well, no, investigation is intelligence.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Mine is a
investig-
+0.
Yeah, I got a 12.
But your
I-
bonus is your
I hope
bonus
you
is
know.
only a +1. That's better than my bonus. My bonus is
Yeah.
+0.
Investigation is a -2.
Hi, banana dude.
What'd you get on the roll though?
I got the same as him. I got a 12. For my action, I would like to just
Well, but with your 12, what I'll say, what you do notice on this door is that there are 3 slots. 1 square, 1 circle, 1 star.
I would love
We
to
can go through the
use
square hole.
my
You're muted,
going back
Toxic.
to
I was
my
I
days
switched to push to talk, so
Okay.
I'm not bothering you when I'm talking
as
about that.
as a child, and think way back when, to my mom teaching me matching games as I take the bag of trinkets from Tim and I try to just start matching things up to the door, like square peg, square hole, round peg, round hole.
Which one do you go for first? Square, circle, or star?
We're gonna go square.
I like how he just took the shapes thing and ran with it.
You
shapes makes sense.
Shapes? Shapes. You take the square, you put the square into the square hole, and I need you to give a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
30 fucking 20, baby.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. As you
take
as you
50
firmly
damage to
push
100.
that square into the square hole, it fires out with extreme force. You at half damage take 7 points of damage as it like almost blows off your thumb.
Nice. I'm glad I have 40 extra points of 10 pinpoints right now. So yeah.
And from outside you guys hear a shout and a thump, and then you hear, "All right, everyone come out of the bank now." And we're back at the top of the order with Yi, and now you know Roswell has arrived.
I tell Yi, hey, star peg, star hole, circle peg, circle hole, vault door.
You put the star in the star hole.
Do it with your
Yi
tentacle.
puts the star in the star hole, and the star clicks into place.
Nothing happens.
Nothing else happens.
Question M, the square, did that click into place?
It did not. It fired off and almost took off Cork's thumb.
It's a specific order we have to put it in.
Got it.
Yeah, so the square is obviously not first.
The star went in and clicked in.
Yeah, so
the
star
star's
is
first.
star.
Right. I'd say put the circle in next to chest.
Do you do
that-
that?
That's fine with me. I have a very low dexterity. You don't want me doing that.
I can do it. I have the best dexterity, and I won't get injured if I
That's true.
succeed the save. So if you want to, I can do these.
Yeah, I would say you're our best bet to do the vault.
Yeah.
Tim, do you want to go outside and help me deal with
Oh.
fuckface then?
Just stall him for 2-3 minutes.
Can we stall him for 2 or 3 minutes?
We fight him.
Why don't you
Yeah.
put him in? Why don't you put him in your portal shit and make him just go away?
It's not my turn yet.
Wait, yeah, what?
Look, I'm just spitballing here. Can you just
It's
open up
Yee's
fucking realm and make him go
turn.
away?
Yeah. You could just open the gate and let him walk into it.
Yeah, yeah.
He looked like the gate, and then he goes away.
Okay, well, you guys do your turns,
Yeah.
and then I'll do mine.
Well, yeah, no, I have to wait for my next turn to do the other shapes.
No,
So,
you
Tim,
don't.
It's your turn.
Unless,
Not an
you
action.
don't. It's not an action.
okay, no. Okay,
I'm
good.
just
then
asking which shape
Yee
you
will
put
go-
in the hole next.
He's gonna do the circle next in the circle hole.
Okay, you do that, and then you follow the square hole because the circle works, and there is a loud
Yeah.
click and a kerchunk, and then the vault door doesn't open, but that's because you just have to turn the like big giant wheel on the front.
Yeah.
And you and the allies turn that wheel, and the vault door slides open, revealing lots of diamonds, lots of gems, lots of shit. But in the back of the vault, there is a pedestal, and on this pedestal, there is a single book. The bank is starting to flame, it's going up in flames around you. Beams are starting to fall. Roswell is coming in the front door. It is Tim's turn.
Tim.
You know what I'll even give you
fuck.
at this moment? You might be muted, Tim, but
What do you
what I'm going to
Stuck.
give all of you guys in this moment is that we're in the final throes of this loop because the bell starts chiming noon. Like we have the ground starts rumbling, the bell starts chiming. We got to move. What do you do, Tim?
Someone's got to grab
question.
the book. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to defer my turn to Korik so that Korik can trap Roswell in the portal with the fake room. So I'm going to go down in the turn order so that Tim can go, or the
We
Korik
Okay,
can
we
go
just
Korik,
swap again.
go.
and do his shit.
Has Roswell already entered the front door of the bank? From what I can
Roswell's
see?
about no.
I would like to portal copy the bank itself to where the entry into my portal is the front door.
Okay, and where does the portal lead to? Right.
It's just an it's just it looks like it's inside the bank.
Right,
It's a
but
copy.
it has
It's a
it has
portal
to
wand
lead.
of copying.
But the portal has to still lead to somewhere, right?
No, the last time we did it, I just I opened it up and it looked like the garage we were in.
The guys walked in and then he closed it and then they
Yeah,
died.
and then I closed it and we didn't talk about what was on the inside of it. They just were gone.
Oh,
that's
right, because
exactly how
you're
we did it.
creating a fake room.
It's a fake
right,
room.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yep.
just had to remember. You do that. You open up the
Oh, good.
fake.
Yeah, portal wand of copying opens a portal because that
Yeah.
place with only one entrance and one exit.
Yeah, you open up a portal of the bank, and
So I ready that to then close when since Tim's outside of the vault still, to let me know when Roswell walks in, and I'll ready to close it. Do I have to still have eye contact with where I cast it, or it would just be like an automatic close thing?
no, you could just close it.
I take some steps inside of the bank, and I take I loot some gems and put them inside my my fanny pack and
Okay.
my pockets.
All right, Tim.
So how far am I from the book?
You can make it to the book.
Can I make it to the book and
new,
out of the bank?
The new, I mean, no, because you can't make it out of the bank. Like the clock tower is chiming noon on the beginning of this turn, so you have like 10 total seconds before this loop ends. Like you,
Okay,
it's not
so-
like we're in like bullet time of the loop ending. You can either make it out of the bank or make it to the book, but not both.
I say you grab the book, dude. Just fucking bolt
Just
to the
grab
book.
it.
If I grab the book, do we get the?
We don't
do
know.
we keep the book?
I mean, would
You don't
the
know.
point if you grab the book would be to read the book, to
No,
read
but
what like what
sometimes
you can.
items don't carry over with us. So
Yeah,
do
no, I
we-
know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have only
right.
a few seconds to scan
Fuck it.
what you can.
I will grab. I'll go grab the book
And open it, right? To read it.
and open it to start to read it, and hope to God that it sticks with us.
You grab the book. Korik, you see Roswell through some cracks in the wall enter into your
close the
thing, and
portal.
you shut the portal. The bank is still falling down around you guys. Beams are crumbling, but Tim is the only one safe from that collateral damage as it starts to come down upon his allies as he runs into the bank vault and scoops up the book. You begin leafing feverishly through this book, just looking for anything, like why this book is here, why is it not gems, what is this book holding, and the pages seem to flip along with your feverish flipping to themselves to the very last entry of the book, and then they stop almost magically, and you just start reading as fast as you can, thinking this is what the book wants you to have read. You feel a presence in this moment possibly guiding you to this book. Not a GM presence, sort of a godly presence, like her name is Istis. And the entry reads as follows. I literally had it, and then I scrolled for some fucking stupid reason. Just gotta find it. I was at the wrong tab. It is the wrong tab. The entry reads
big is the
as
book?
follows. The book is like journal size. It's like a
Can
personal
I put it in
journal.
my pocket?
And in fact, I mean, sure.
I put it. You can
Hey,
read it. I'm
You
going to
either
put
no
this-
no no. You either read it or you put it in your pocket. You don't. You're
Got it.
like
All right.
in bullet time.
Fucking read it.
Read it.
Yeah, read.
Isaac's journal. It says from the very first page had read from the journal of Isaac. And the very last entry reads, "My daddy was a safety inspector for mines operating all throughout the northern countries of the Sword Coast. And as you might imagine, that made for cautious upbringing in myself and my kin. Every bit of wisdom my old man passed down to me dealt with how to avoid the dangers of the world outside our cottage doors, how to evade bandits and ward off hungry beasts in the wilds, and how to prevent accidental hazards in the home, stuff like that. But nothing prepared me for today. Nothing prepared me for that fucking cup. The moment I saw it, I knew there was nothing I wouldn't do to get that cup. I just didn't know why. I trusted myself to resist the temptation, to put it back towards the back of my mind, to focus on the hard work of bringing this diamond mine back to life. And today, I faltered, just for a moment, and I ruined 3 lives in the process. I killed Jack. That's my first time thinking that thought, not protecting myself from the awful truth of what I've done. We were here looking for June in the mines together. She's wont to get lost, and I could just tell he had it on him, that cup. Had a tight grip in my guts, and I could feel that through a 6-foot lead wall. And I did, as quickly as I could, as cowardly as I could, I pushed him over the edge of Shaft B, and he fell. And as he fell, he turned to face me, and he shouted his last word. It was a spell that he flung in my direction, and in that moment, just after dooming him, I prayed it was some kind of killing curse. But he missed. It flew over my head, and as he sank into the black, black below. When I looked behind me, I saw my prize, the cup I had killed my best friend for, in June's hands. She grabbed it right where he dropped it. Only by perfect irony, she was frozen in place there by a barrier that I just cannot penetrate, shielded by a power that I craved enough to kill for, and there is nothing I can do for refuge. Now that she's trapped us all in here too. I deserve damnation for what I have done. Refuge doesn't." Then there is a little segment right below that, a little paragraph that reads, "I figured out what that spell was. Jack's last spell. He conjured an earth elemental, a guardian to protect June, protect all of Refuge in his absence. I met it just on the outskirts of town. Refuge deserves a better guardian than myself, that's for sure. So I equipped him with some gear, gave them a name, Roswell, for my dad, and set them on a patrol using the summoning spell's command word. And that word just might be the hardest thing to stomach. It was Jack's dying wish, his hopes for a safer life for his daughter and his home, manifest into a single word, his final thought, Junebug. And you read that final word as the earth beneath you erupts upward, causing, as you can tell now, far more damage to the vault than you guys did, because the vault fucking crumples as this damage hits it, and you are compressed into this like steel coffin, dying instantly. And the three of you wake up, no gems in your pouch, no book in your hand, but in the white space.
But all that knowledge.
And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight, because I think we had a
Okay.
time limit on tonight, and I wanted to stick to that and not
3
get in the
hours,
middle
'cause
of
I
another
know
thing.
y'all needed to sleep.
Unless Toxic wants to go a little bit longer, I'll let him make the call.
It's your call.
I mean, that just feels like a good moment to end narrative.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does feel like a good moment to end. I mean, I've only been streaming for 2 hours and 36 minutes because I started late, but
Yeah. So. All right. So we long rest, right, sir?
Yep.
Yes,
I mean, back to full health,
Long
full everything.
can we at least do we get another loop? Can we at least like go into that before we like?
Yeah.
are
Can we talk
gonna-
to her if we do get to talk to her?
Oh yeah,
Can we
I
take
mean,
it to the
as
point,
far
like, right
as
where we'll
like,
spawn in?
yeah, that white light definitely still occurs. She looks tired, as she did before. Not necessarily worse for wear. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything like bonus for the old lady in this loop. She just looks really tired and old.
Okay. And then going back a couple things. So now we know that Roswell is a Earth Elemental, and Junebug was the summoning spell, and that might be the spell that we or if we say that, maybe that'll turn him down.
Yeah, that's
we
Roswell's
know
command word. Yeah.
It's his safe word. Got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm happy I read the book because now I think we know how to turn Roswell off, which is going to save us a lot
So
of
much
headache,
time.
so much time and
Um,
headache.
I also would just love to know if, like, randomly, when we found out like June's name originally in the mine, that if one of us randomly would have said Junebug, what M would have done with his life if we just would have said that.
He probably would have been.
I honestly thought about that through this whole scenario. Like, what if someone accidentally says the secret word
Junebug.
that like they shouldn't know? Honestly, I didn't know.
Somebody
If
said it
I
the
didn't
first-
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I would do.
Somebody said Junebug the first time around.
The last time we were in mine, it says the sign said shaft A's. There's 3 small bubbles that are translucent and are white. One bubble covering shaft A, another one covering shaft B, and we see a small hole above us with the white bubble. And then I use the rose-colored glasses, and Isaac and Jack came in. They walked to the shaft. There is an explosion. They approached the edge.
You guys learned about
And-
a lot
yeah.
of this entry before
Yeah.
you read this, which was kind of surprising. Really,
I
the
used the
only
rose-colored glasses.
yeah.
So basically, we
Really-
just have to figure out how to get past the power of the cup and the bubbles inside the mine.
Yeah,
Which
we're
that
done with
information might be
everything.
in the that might have more information in the whatever on the far left of the town is, the temple, maybe.
And truthfully, we don't even need to mess with the bank anymore. Like I
And
think
Roswell. So yeah.
we literally have what we need from the bank. We don't have to mess with Roswell anymore. That's going to be done.
Dibs on yelling Junebug.
Well, right now only Tim knows it.
Well, I'm assuming that we're talking about this.
We are talking about this.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we know how to shut them down, and that's going to help a lot. Because then we can do whatever we want. Then we have an hour of like free reign to just
Cast
the
fireball
information.
and burning hands on whatever the
Yeah.
fuck I want to.
Yeah, no. Scone RP for 3 more sessions. No, but I think we're in a good spot. We can beeline to the
Do
temple.
hope that I do hope to go to the underworld soon, eventually, because that seems like that'd be fun.
The what?
He wants to go to the underworld.
The underworld. Oh, we have. I'm gonna be. This is this is the arc I've been looking forward to since we started doing these campaigns because this is my favorite narrative arc. And the two arcs after this are the arcs I'm least looking forward to, but mostly because at first I had no fucking clue how we would make some of this stuff happen. Now I actually do, so I'm a little bit more looking forward to it. But the next one, I'm now looking forward to as every now and then there's power dynamics, and you guys are pretty strong. As a team, your characters and your classes are all decently strong together, and so it's difficult to throw shit at you that is Roswell has clearly proven to be at least one thing that I've been able to mold together
us,
to be a defense. But usually, and this is the case across a lot of D&D games, is that the players are far more powerful than what the DM plans and throws at them. The next arc is really going to test you guys on that, and I'm really excited. The following one is going to be
brain
super
power or
narrative.
muscle power? Because if it's brain power, we may lose very quickly.
It's gonna
as
be
you've seen.
the strength of your core character and who you are is gonna be tested.
Our actual strength or just our core character? Because my strength is weak as fuck.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for now,
Pete.
so our next plan, we come in, we have Roswell's keyword to get an hour.
Yeah.
Where do you guys go after that? We don't have to actually talk about that now if we don't know, but I just want to know for planning for next time.
It would be either. Do we want to go? Do we need to go to the temple at all, or are we gonna go right to the mine?
How are we gonna get past the bubbles?
What?
You guys still don't have a way to get past the bubbles themselves.
There's protective bubbles, like when June picked up the chalice, she was protected, like what the journal just said, by the bubbles protected her, by the magic that caused him to kill his best friend.
Maybe Roswell controls the bubbles. I don't know. We don't know that.
It was made a point that we had to get back to the temple.
I will agree that you don't. Toxic is right that we don't know who controls the bubbles, but also
Roswell.
I will agree
Roswell
that
can control the bubbles. I don't know.
Roswell could 100%, but so could literally anyone else. I will say that Buddha's also right in that you don't, unless Roswell's the answer and will shut down the bubbles for you. You don't have a way to pop the bubble if Roswell is not the answer. And I'll say that the old lady does look more tired, just not like cutscene tired.
Okay.
You know? The narrative point has proven that every loop she gets more tired. You know, we don't need to do a cutscene every time.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll start at the temple next.
I think so. I feel like I don't know. I feel like
I'm not trying to naysay anyone.
important.
I'm just trying to be.
Or
I just want to know.
Or here's another idea: without Roswell, we could go get the gems from the sheriff's station, go back to the witch, and try to get visions to tell us what to do next. We now know how to turn Roswell off. We know about the journal entry. We know about the death, right? So we could now give her all of that information and try to get a thing about how to disable the bubble, or we can just ask her if she
we
knows
get
how
there
to do
too, you can cast a portal in town, so when we travel back, it'll go quicker.
Yeah, I mean that's another option. Because if Roswell's not in the picture, it's going to be a lot easier to go around the sheriff's station.
And we can take some scones with us.
Yes.
I doubt she'll give us more scones, sadly.
She has given us scones every time we go to the house.
We're gonna do long rest
she's only
again.
giving it to us once. She was making scones last time you went.
That's true. She hadn't made them yet. Every time she's at a different process in making them.
Fair. But anyways, we have two options. We either go to the temple or we go to the witch, the sheriff's station, then the witch with the diamonds, so that we can hopefully get a stronger vision or a better vision, right? Because we had that vision where she said we're not ready for the worm, and we might be closer to ready for the worm now. I think the worm has got to go, right? Like I think
I don't think it's the worm that has to go. I think the worm is how the town ends. The issue is that it's stuck in that perpetual Groundhog Day
I
loop
think as
where
soon
when
as
we take
so
the
I'm
artifact,
envisioning the bubble that is encapsulating the town is powered by the chalice. It is the same bubble that is protecting June.
right?
So we need to get the chalice.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If we take that chalice, this town is going to die by the worm, no matter what we do. It's inevitable kind of fate that's been decided since it ever happened. But when we get that chalice, everything will rest in peace.
very
I
Doctor
guess.
Who, very fixed moment in time. Can't go back, can't change the fixed moment in time.
I'm not agreeing with anything at any point. I'm nodding and like
I'm
saying
just
I like
trying
all
hard
of
not
these
to
theories.
give
These are
anything
good
away.
theories. I've listened to this story fucking a lost count of how many times. I know again how they do it, but you guys have stepped off that path so many times, and like every time you do, like the rose-colored glasses totally change shit, right? Like every time you guys totally change shit, it starts to really push away the end point of this arc to something else, because like I don't know what you're gonna do, and like you're not going to do the same thing they did. I already know that. So that's cool. Like I'm like really excited to see how like what we do, because in my brain, like maybe it doesn't actually, like, just as like an outsider, maybe it doesn't really work for you three to fight a fully grown adult purple worm, but also in your brains, maybe you fucking do something in one turn that kills an adult purple worm that I had never thought of before. Like that shit happens all the time. I've taken down
We
like a
did think
named
about
dragon by going inside of the fucking thing. So like you can always come up with something dumb and goofy and like
right.
make the DM say like, "Oh my god, okay, I guess the purple worm's just dead." So I don't know. Like I'm just if that's the route you take, fuck yeah. If you leave it and the town dies, also okay, that's different. But whatever, like I'm excited, and whatever happens, that's okay, because no matter what, we'll get back on the same path. Like the next arc will start in the same point. You guys will just go down somehow another path.
What I'm hearing is our new goal is to go try and kill the purple worm with the most creative way I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's a powerful creature. I think its CR is like, what level are you guys?
I think
Dude,
it's like we're
purple
10 right
worms.
now.
Purple worms are no joke. Those are so hard to kill. So it's the strongest poison in the game available to like rogues.
Yeah.
This is a purple worm. It's like 10d10 poison damage. It's disgusting.
So what
They were
you're
challenge
saying
rating 12.
is, if we have the opportunity to alter some of our spells, we should take poison resistance. Got it.
Its challenge rating is 15.
Oh fuck.
And we're only level 10. So that thing's gonna fucking annihilate us.
He's right. 12d6.
Not if we somehow trick it.
Yeah, the purple worm poison is disgusting.
All right,
Let's
so
see what
Elite's
they're
gonna
able to-
sacrifice his own life to his god to like Ant-Man himself through
Oh,
the
no.
anus of the worm. Got it.
Also,
No,
it just
I-
has
I-
like, it's one of the few creatures that has the basically the swallow ability.
So does your mom. Sorry.
Nice. She's a challenge rating 69 creature. Am I right?
So it's funny that you're talking about that, because at this at level 11 we get a 6th level spell, and I've been looking at Conjuring Fae. So I've been looking at challenge rating creatures for.
Some purple worm to defeat the purple worm.
Well, I can only do 6th level or higher.
Yeah, this thing
Yeah.
is fucking nasty. But yeah, I mean, it's either gonna eat the village, or you guys will figure it out. And it wouldn't be the first village you've either saved or lost in either way, so it's not like, you know, who cares?
To be fair, the first village was not our fault.
Roswell's a dick. I hope that village dies.
But you also were a part of it, and Roswell is not a dick. You've responded poorly to a nice character.
No, he's a dick.
No.
Sparkalonius is a nice dude. Roswell's kind of a dick.
Speaking of that,
So
I
you
need
guys
to.
romance almost every female we've seen. I don't want to hear it from
Sparkalonius is
you.
a nice dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Cryo. Download The thing, so M's other campaign that he's doing, he plays an artificer that came from space, and then there's Sparkalonius, that is a gelatinous blob. What's his actual character? Like, what's his actual class, M?
Plasmoid Bard.
Yeah, he's a plasmoid bard, and like my favorite thing about him is they they gave him rocks for eyes so they know which way he's looking. Like they just
Like
picked up 2
floating
random
around in
pebbles
his
and put
head.
them in his blob. It's fucking great.
I
I
love
have
that
to listen.
shit.
Yeah, an episode just came out Thursday, and I was mad because I was driving back from
This is true.
my sister's house,
Cryo.
and I couldn't
Ugh.
listen to it. But tomorrow we're cleaning at work, so I might be able to listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's solid. New episodes every other
Oh.
week. I put a lot of work into it. It's fun. It's cool if you like D&D.
Cool. So temple or
I say
mine?
temple.
Temple.
I say
Okay.
temple.
Yeah, let's go temple.
That's
But
fine.
as we're going towards the temple, though, like you can cast a portal where
Put a
we
portal at
at
yeah.
the beginning.
I'd say
so-
I would
portal at
be.
the office.
Just really
Okay.
fuck with Roswell and just keep him in a permanent loop. I'm just kidding. Keep going through the portal forever.
Junebug, 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 Junebug.
I feel that's one way for the DM and M to just go powered kill.
I
Just
mean, we
get
did.
so frustrated.
If
Oh
we
my
deactivate him and then
God.
reactivate him, do we get to like this? Oh God,
Would
could
we
we
get
like control
control?
him then?
You don't.
I don't know.
With okay,
we're not the
I'll
people
say
who
that with the
created him.
command word of Roswell, you are the owner of Roswell. Like
Fuck yeah!
Oh.
I already called dibs on saying it.
like if you have his
Okay.
command word, as long as Roswell is alive, Roswell will listen to what you say after you say his command word, right?
I got you, fam.
It's full
I just
it's
gotta
full
find it.
control.
So what I'm hearing is we make Roswell rob the bank for us.
You guys don't need to rob the bank anymore.
Yeah,
I
and I
know,
still
but I
want the
want the
jewels.
protector.
But I want to.
Yeah, but what it would be funny to see the people who are at the bank just watch Roswell come in.
You
and
want to
destroy
burn
the bank himself.
you want to
We're
burn
burning the time.
an arc on or burn a loop on sort of dramatic irony, like what looking at dramatic irony. That's pretty good.
No, my goal is more.
I
of we
can
just said
still give you a
Roswell while we're
link.
walking by
There
to
you
the,
go. That is
the,
M's
thing.
podcast. It is
And
in my
Roswell
chat. If anybody would like to follow it on Spotify,
Yeah, check it out.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, check it
Feel free
out.
to copy it, follow.
It's
And
pretty
that is
cool.
the Audible link for M's podcast.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean it's everywhere. If you don't listen on Spotify or on Audible, like wherever you listen, it's probably there.
It's not on OnlyFans yet, though.
No, and it's not fully caught up on YouTube either, but it will be soon if you want to watch it instead of listen.
But for $6,969, it will be on OnlyFans.
We'll re-record it, but like do something different.
Oh, I was just gonna take you just put the YouTube link on OnlyFans.
Do something spicy. But maybe all the blurs are like dice over my nipples or something.
Sparkalonius is just a giant penis blob the entire
Yeah,
time.
yeah. He's like a blow up penis.
He's like a
3D
wacky,
MP
wavy, inflatable arm penis.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Maybe for
Yeah.
$6,969 we'll do a
Yeah.
sex version.
Yeah. If somebody gives you 7 G's for an episode, dude, I would call out of work that day to listen to that episode live.
7 G's for an S&M episode. I would imagine that my players would also join. I don't know that all of them would, but I think that some of them would.
I would join for the one-off of it.
Yeah, no
That
doubt.
would be funny.
I would join for the one-off of it.
Re-record, butt naked.
Naked.
Butt naked.
All right.
Anyway,
y'all, I think this is
good
where
session,
we're going
guys.
It, 'cause
Yes, that was
everybody
fun,
needs to-
and I'm so glad
Yeah,
because
that
we
was
could have
awesome.
finished this entire fucking loop and had the chalice probably had we just checked for the keys at the beginning.
yeah, no, we're not that smart, okay?
Okay,
No,
listen.
we've very much
not-
already
it's not
established
about
that.
the end result. It's about the journey along the way.
Journey. I want the end result.
It's
We're
all
on a
about
time
the
crunch
journey.
here.
We had a
yeah.
beautiful We had a beautiful journey.
You
It's
guys
not
got
about
through
the
the
end
last
result of
entire
Toxic getting the
campaign arc in
clap
like
from
2 sittings.
all the
so
women he sleeps with. It's about the sex he had along the way to get the clap.
It's true.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna dip. We'll keep in contact. See when the next session is.
Good
Yeah.
session, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you
Bye,
very much,
everyone.
guys.
everyone.